This is the Levels Network. I'm Jason Horo, joined by the WG Willie Mason and the bro Lukey Stone. Boys, as you've seen, I've planned the show out a little bit differently.
Looks good.
We're starting with the Broncos.
Fucking
and
oath,
Raiders.
let's go. That is unreal.
Like, fuck the intro. Fuck talk about anything else. Let's just get straight into it, mate.
We're getting serious.
The Broncos 29 defeat the Raiders 28. There are so many storylines that come out of it, but it's got to start with the number one for the Brisbane Broncos. It was a roller coaster in our group chat, in and around Walshy. It was a roller coaster for me down there calling the game for SEN. It was a roller coaster for our punters who backed the skip responsibly on the anytime multi as well.
Beautiful.
When Shibasaki goes over for us. What was it like watching at home on the couch, mate?
It was probably not as crazy as how you're calling it because you're in the moment. You're looking at this. You know, you didn't even know your multi hit off. That's how fucking in the moment you were. I was sitting at home. I was on the edge of the seat, just going. I was like, Walsh. At the start of the game, they nullified him. He wasn't making any meters. He was still a little bit dangerous, but nowhere near as what he's been doing the last month. Yep. And I expect that. You're playing against the Raiders. It's a fucking good team you're playing against. Yeah. And then he gets sent off for 10. He starts doing this shit. And he starts fucking sticking his tongue out. And I fucking hate that shit. I'm like, dude, you just headbutted someone. You could cost your team. Yeah. And if he didn't come back, and it looked like he did, right? He goes off. They score 2 tries, 28-12. Yep. Right? And I'm like, okay, fucking, it could be game over here. Then I'm like, fuck, I'm thinking what's gonna happen tomorrow if he don't come back and do what he fucking did. Yeah, he was gonna get absolutely excoriated through the fucking papers and this and that.
What's the word? Excoriated.
Excoriated.
Just made up a word. Let's
absolutely.
How do you spell that?
You know, you're that pumped up. You've come up with a new word.
No, this just come out of my head. And I was like, if he don't come on and do what he did, he's gonna get absolutely dragged. You know what I mean? Like
It's a word.
I know it's a word.
Oh,
you just throw it out willy-nilly.
Fucking dick. Fucking
willy-nilly Mason.
Thesaurus over here. You're talking about, son.
Oh, you're on today.
He was like, he come back on and I'm like, that is a different human, right? He must have just went in there, just fucking settled all the way down and come back on and go, I've got to get this done. Yeah. I'm the only one that can get this done. Payne Haas is on one leg. Ben Hunt's having an arsehole of a game. Like all their key players were off. Fucking, I'm not. I can get on there and change it. And to have the ability and the fucking footy IQ and the balls to pull some of the stuff that he did is nothing short of fucking one of the best fucking second halves I've ever seen.
Well, it's up there.
It's up there with Cleary. I know Matty John said that. I saw a little bit that's up there. But obviously grand final, magnitude of a grand final is off its head. What Cleary did is still unmatched. But that little bit there, the Broncos getting to the grand final, it was because of that effort from Walsh. You're filthy at him because what he did to, come out of his way, trying to protect Huddy Young. Deserves a fucking Oscar for that. Did well. Did well. Tarps comes in. Everyone gets sent, all this sort of shit. Mayhem, absolute mayhem. And then you're just like, how the fuck did they not win that game, Canberra? It's because of him.
Can I throw something crazy out there, and we'll discuss it more? But I was lucky enough to get front row tickets to the Hame plane, right? Yeah. In 2009, I was a part of the squad. I was at all of the games, basically leading into it. A couple of times at the back end of the season, I was 18th man for one of the games and so close to debuting in 2009. So I was a part of...
You saw it.
Even though I didn't play first grade that year, I had the best tickets for every game.
I think you probably saw it better than the players because when you're on the field, you don't really appreciate it because you just think that you're sitting on the sideline watching it, fucking fully locked in. When you're playing, you've got a guy who's red hot. You're like, you don't really realise until you watch your tape and go, fuck, how do you do that? Sorry.
So in comparison to that year, there's been the Turbo year, 2021. There's been the Ben Barber year, 2012. They're all different too. They've all got there's a different length of it. You could probably argue that Turbo was some of the games that Turbo put together in 2021 were just not human.
15 games.
But I'm talking about pure, and I said this in my caption when I seen him after the game. There's an aura about Walshy right now when you're at the field and you're watching him live that is, it feels like watching Hainsey.
Scares you.
It feels like people were afraid to do stuff around him defensively. because he's got every trick in the bag.
Well, you can have a look at that simple reason when Weeks sort of had him at the sideline and just hesitated.
Yeah.
I think Weeks if he had another crack at it, he's dragging him into the sideline. Yeah. But because he's got such a trick bag and he's on fire, he come off the left as well, right? Yeah. You know, like he can. But use your sideline as a defensive player, but you're shitting yourself.
Yeah.
He could kick it back the other way. He's got so much in his trick bag, and
he could chip and chase off the left foot.
Yeah, he does everything.
Yeah.
It's so scary. And what he does, his passing game, his short passing game, long passing game, those 40-20s, this little fucker kicks are heartbreaking. That one that he kicked was in the 30.
31-2.
Yep, and he nailed it. I don't know what Weeks was. He was in the right position.
Yeah.
Third, fourth tackle, bang. I'm like, it's a fucking rocket.
It was a dart.
It was low trajectory and just went. By the time it bounced, good luck. You have to be Usain Bolt to even get that. I don't think Usain Bolt will get it.
Yeah.
It was that good, and I'm just little things like that. I'm just like, you just got to sit back and marvel at this and applaud. And you just got to applaud just greatness. And this is what I'm seeing right now from this young brother. It's unbelievable, especially because of all the shit that he's copped the last couple of weeks for what he's been doing off the field. Just keep on this road what you're on now, and then you will fucking win the comp, and then you can shut everybody up.
So those other three elite fullbacks that I talked about and the runs that they went on, unfortunately for all three of them, they fell short. If Walshy is able to win the grand final this year, I think this run will then it will go into the conversation with all three. And there's a part of me that thinks, maybe Hainsey's run was individually, like I still think you can sort of put that. In my opinion, it's still one. And then there's an argument for where you see Turbo and
Turbo's
Benny.
whole year as a whole is the best year ever fucking created, ever done by a player.
I think maybe Benny Barber out of all three was probably the more consistent across the whole year because remember Turbo was injured at the start. I think
Turbo only played 15 games.
He missed the first 5 games, 4 or 5 games. And then I think it got to in and around the Origin break and he just went on a tear, right?
Crazy.
You could probably argue that Benny was more consistent over the full year.
And sorry,
Walshy's got a smaller sample size right now, but what he's doing, mate, is
it's going that way. It's going to be a top 5. It's going to be all right. It's heading in the right direction to be a top 5 best performance of like the NRL era.
Yep.
That's where it's going.
Yep.
The thing about Turbo is he did it for just say 16 games, I think, but
18.
he did 18 games and 3 Origins.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a fucking masterclass, and he got to a prelim. And that's about it. You got the reason this guy could pip these other guys.
Grand final win.
Yeah, and Benny Barber even as well. He got the Dally M. He got to a grand final, fell short.
Yep.
You win the grand final with a little bit of a run like this. You probably go. So this is his 5th game, 6, 7. So his 8th game.
Yep.
Or whatever.
He'll get 10 by the time he gets to the grand final if he goes and wins.
Yeah, and that's a fucking great game because I reckon Hainsey had about a 9 game running streak.
What if he gets a different medal around his neck?
And he gets to Clive because for them to get to win the comp, he needs that. They need that, right? Billy Walters can't be that dude. Ben Hunt's not that dude. Ezra Mam is the dude.
Let's play this game because we had a chat about this on Friday before the stream.
Yes, please. I changed my mind.
Yeah. So we
fully changed it.
Me and Willie were talking about on Friday on the run home with Sugar. Me and him played a game. If Broncos win the comp, who wins the Clive?
Walshy.
And it's as simple as that.
Payne Haas. If Payne Haas can have a rest.
Yeah. Here's my argument. This is why I said Walshy and only Walshy. You know how much I love Payne. Yeah. Payne's going to do Payne things. Paddy Carrigan's going to do Paddy Carrigan things. They're going to put up the numbers. They're going to do what they do. In order for the Broncos to win a big game against the Storm, Panthers, they can't be the Panthers because they'll have to meet the Panthers now in order to go through. But the Storm, who's on the other side? Potentially the Raiders again, or
I think that might be
the Sharks. That's the other side, right? Walshy has to do this.
Yeah, he does. But you can nullify that, right? You just got to be on your game, right? This is what the difference is with fullbacks.
But they were, mate. The Raiders were on their game.
I know they were, but just say you're playing against a better defensive system. Right? There's not many in there left, right? I think.
So on that side, let's keep talking about this. On that side of the comp now is if they're able to rest up, get their players back, beat Penrith to go into the grand final, which is a fucking big if, right? And he's going to have to do that in order to get. So let's talk about the right side system of the Panthers, and then potentially on the other side, you've got a return with the Raiders, the Storm most likely because they've got the week off, and the Sharkies. Out of those,
that's on the Brisbane side, is it?
Which system worries you the most out of those 4 teams?
If I was Walshy, none of them. You know what I mean? Like me looking at it going, what sort of run he's on now, and the holes, probably the Sharks, right? Because they're very well drilled and very well coached defensively.
Yep.
Melbourne's very well drilled. There's holes in Melbourne's defence these days.
Yeah, agreed.
It's not as Melbourne-ish as 10 years ago, right?
Or even 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's just not it. I mean, I don't think Walsh is going to be going there, I'll play Melbourne, I'm shit myself. He's like, yeah, I'm playing Melbourne, so what? I'm playing Cronulla. You know they're going to rush. They're going to get down 11 down there. I know what Fitzy's like. I know what their middles are like. They're pretty aggressive. They're very aggressive. Fatigue might get him. He might get him in the back ends of the halves. But I don't think Walsh is worried about many defences.
He's not worried
I think he's worried about a Penrith defence.
Yeah.
Because they know how to nullify him because they've, bring back memories of a couple of years ago, what they did to him.
Yeah, for sure.
He didn't do anything in that game.
He was, for sure. Yeah.
That's the only team I think he worries about.
He had a nice break inside and around Nathan for maybe the first Ezra try.
Yeah, but like
apart from that, they did a really good job on him.
He made like under 50 metres in the first half, and he touched the ball like 3 times. His stats were awful.
Yeah.
And that's the kicking game of Cleary.
And it's the cycle.
But it's the kicking game of Cleary, right?
Yeah.
He will get you. He'll kick Walsh out of the game, right? He would rather kick it to Toto. He'd rather kick it to Alamotti. Right? He kick it right in the middle so he has to come out of like yardage. And that's the field position game that you play against Penrith. It's a fucking dangerous game.
Yeah.
Very dangerous. No one does Penrith like Penrith. All right? So I think that's the only team he runs into. And if he can get them again in the grand final, he want to right his wrongs. But back to what we were saying about Ben Hunt and Adam Reynolds. I changed my fucking mind. I know Dozer kicked that field goal at the end, but fuck, they looked disjointed yesterday in some parts. Gee, they were all over the shop. I'm like,
are you not factoring in Payne Haas was clearly he was
front row.
He was rattled, mate. Like as in terms of like he was looking around at. It's hard to explain.
Jensen needs to play better. The other prop needs to play better.
Yeah.
Unless you want to start fucking Carrigan at front row and Payne Haas and then put Hetherington at lock. If Jensen doesn't fucking roll his sleeves up and get fucking 10 hit-ups, be that first guy in. I told you that. You need a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
And you need to be that guy, Jensen. Go in there, fucking get skittled or whatever, find your front, play the ball, then Payne Haas. Right? And then a fucking Mariner, even a Mariner could get out there and Katoni, boom, 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 play the ball, Payne Haas goes. Then Carrigan, then kick. That's what you need to do. If you can't get a fucking quick play the ball, the other prop, Jensen or whatever, fuck, mate, there's no use. You're not going to put up Payne Haas numbers. If you can get 10 to 12 hit-ups and find your front all the time, maybe a little bit of a late offload or something like that, not getting dragged back, not being ineffective. It's so important for Payne Haas and Carrigan to get on those rolls.
Yeah.
And then you get those outside backs which are strong as fuck, and if you don't put your shoulder in them, they're breaking through you.
They were awesome in the final.
They ain't fucking awesome. Mariner was awesome.
Yeah.
Katoni Staggs, beast. He wants to fucking hurt people. Karapani, bang.
Yeah.
Everybody. Shibasaki, everyone was on because they knew the forwards were down. This was a fucking great side. Payne Haas is down. What are we going to do? What are we going to fucking back 5 form and let's just attack through the middle. And it's hard to stop. Very hard to stop that bleeding. And they couldn't do it. And I thought they could have. They were doing it. And then just by the end, it kept them going. The emotional roller coaster that Canberra were on. They thought they had a won. Then they lost. Then they're cheering like they won, right?
Yeah.
So to have that fucking dopamine release and everything like that, and it's just like, and then you got to come back down. Oh, no. Hard. And then go back up again and then come back down because they thought they won twice.
Yeah.
And then at the end, fucking 45-metre drop goal, that crushes your fucking soul.
Yeah.
And I don't know if emotionally you can fucking come back from that.
All right, we'll get to the Raiders in a bit. Let's go to the Walsh headbutt and Paddy Carrigan high shot because we've got information on that too, Mace. All right, so Walshy's been cleared. He's all good to go. Paddy Carrigan.
He's lucky, sorry. Fucking stupid.
It's stupid.
The action was fucking so dumb, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
fair.
just because he's not fucking 6 foot, if he's 6 foot, he's hitting him right in the fucking nose. You know what I mean? Don't do that shit, Walshy. You're too important to the game. And the fucking Broncos.
Fair.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Just fucking box office this kid.
You agree that it's
fucking leave
you don't want to see him not miss
it was like a fucking, a wrestling headbutt where fucking young
it's a nudge. It's a nudge, yeah. It's a nudge.
Just don't do that shit, bro.
Paddy Carrigan, he's the one he's looking at a 1 to 2. So what do you do here if you're Paddy? Do you fight it? If he accepts it, it's a 1-game ban.
The prelim, he missed the prelim.
He'll miss the prelim.
Missed the prelim, son. That was fucking shoulder to the head.
If he fights it, he could miss the grand final as well. If he gets off, obviously, he's good to go against.
I haven't had a really good look at it.
Do you want to watch it?
Yeah, but having a look at old Smithy's fucking head, he didn't miss him.
It was a face clash as well.
Okay. Fucking good. It's a fucking good hit. I know that. Oh yeah, come on, yeah. Wait up.
They head clash as well.
Nah, fight it. That's a fucking great hit.
But I'm not. There's another angle.
I'm not in the
so I seen that angle when I said, "Oh no, that's sweet. I think it's a head clash." And then there was another angle that wasn't good for him. That's the original from the start again. So that one's okay. Keep it going. 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 Oh, that's all you see. There's another angle from the front that doesn't look good, and I'm of this opinion. And I
think it was shoulder on the chest with the fucking head hitting his head.
I think that's what I thought originally.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Me and you in the judiciary.
Yep.
Carrigan plays. We don't even fucking get to the judiciary.
Maybe it's
But that's a big worry. What would you do?
Maybe Ricky sends an injury report through.
Injury, yeah. He's got a broken head. His whole face is head.
So I reckon, Paddy goes down straight away with his jaw as well.
Yeah, it wasn't a big, it was a big collision,
I'm watching it here as well.
Yeah, he's rattled, man.
Yeah.
That's a fucking good hit.
Here we go. So he goes, Wooshka.
Oh, man. See, he's lucky he didn't fucking knock himself out.
Here we go. That look.
His shoulder doesn't even hit his head. His head hits his head.
It doesn't look like it, eh?
And his hand's out too.
Paddy just trying to make a footy play, man.
Here it is, this one. See, that one's hard because
the shoulder on the chest and the side of his head hit his teeth.
That's what I think.
That's what it is.
That's what I think.
What else can it be? It is what it is. There's no shoulder.
Watch it again as it gets to the...
There's no shoulder to the head. That's all it is.
I reckon he goes chest into the ball and then his head whiplashes into Morgan Smithy's head.
Hoz, that's exactly what happened.
How fucking tough is Morgan Smithy's too, though?
Just gets up.
Look at this.
Bush, great hit. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Shoulder on the ball, bounces up, head into the mouth.
NRL.com's reporting grade 2 careless high.
Fuck off, judiciary. Sometimes you just got to go, that's a fucking great hit. That's a rugby league hit. That's a semi-final hit. There was no shoulder connected to the head. If he fucking drove his shoulder into his head, he's getting 4 weeks. He's just trying to make a play. Who's on the judiciary? Fucking some journo or something. A fucking Buzz and fucking...
No, there's no...
Buzz and fucking Bulldog Richie.
Normally
Ricky knows someone on the judiciary.
Panel members are Bob Lindner, Tony Pulatua, Henry Perenara, Greg McCullum.
Come on, boys. You're all fucking hitters in your day. All hitters.
Say that again. There's six.
Bobby Lindner, TP.
TP, Henry Perenara, Greg McCullum, Sean Hampstead, and Paul Simpkins.
So those last 4 are fucking refs.
Ex-refs.
So Henry played
Big
the game,
TP.
so he should fucking understand.
TP was involved in the last big one that was getting quite
what was that one? Was that Nelson?
Bobby Lindner.
Nelson's last year?
Nah, this year. It was one this year.
I feel like TP was a part of Nelson's big one last year. He's been around for a while. Yeah, Tony Putzel's been doing it for a while.
Yeah, the last one this year that was like, then they send the reporters there, it's a big story.
That didn't look like, well. Like just say, if I'm a consumer and I'm a parent of a kid and blah, 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 like that's what they're trying to get at, right? I'm like, that's a fucking rugby league hit, son. This is a tough game played by tough men. Don't play it if you can't fucking deal with it. That's it. And I think, and if that was, and as I said, I'm against the shoulder to the head.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do it. We're eradicating that out of the game. Get it out of the game. And it is out of the game. That's just a fucking really good hit. It just sucked at the head, you know?
There was a head clash.
Like if he had it, you know?
Clash, yeah. I think it'll be, I just think there's too much. I think it'll be very hard for him to get off it, even though I agree with you. I would love to see him play.
Yeah, well, this is why you're going to sit with your lawyers and you're going to sit with fucking Madge, and you're just going to go, what do you want me to do? Because if you're Carrigan and you're talking to other players like ex-players like us, you're like, fucking fight it.
Yeah.
The potential is you miss out on the grand final.
Yeah.
And we need Carrigan if you make the grand final, right? And I'm like,
here's a question for you then. Can they beat Penrith without Paddy Carrigan?
And a fucking Payne Haas with 50%.
Oh, wait a minute.
Sorry.
Wait, no. Penrith still have to beat the Bulldogs, actually. We're just dismissing the Bulldogs.
Yeah, fuck your Hoz.
Fight it. He's saying fight it then.
So it could be the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Fight it.
Please fight it. Paddy, fight it before you can.
Here's what I'd love to do if I was Paddy in his team. if they were playing the Bulldogs, respectfully to you, we'll get to that in a bit, Mace, and the passion you had for the stream, I would not fight it, take the 1 week. But if it's Penrith, I think he has to play against Penrith. I don't think they beat Penrith.
No comment.
No comment?
But
all right,
I understand where you're coming from because
rationale.
We're pretty busted at the moment. We'll get to that game. You know what I mean? But like, if you think like that, you cop the one game and be confident that you can beat the Dogs.
It's a huge decision.
If the Dogs win, right? It's a fucking very big decision, right? It is a very big decision because they'll be thinking, how are you going, Payne?
Okay.
How's Payne Haas feeling? Is Payne fucking out? Is he?
Willie Mason does that's you. What do you do? What would you do? What would you like?
From Carrigan?
You've seen that vision. What would you do?
And knowing what I've got ahead of me?
Yep.
I'll take the week off.
Because of the grand final. Because you've been there and lived it. Fuck.
And I'd have confidence in the boys getting the job done. And I'm like, who plays front? Jensen, Payne Haas will still be there. I think Payne with the week off can just get back to, it looked like it looked fucked, like he's rolled his ankle twice.
Will you factor this in? I've been given good mail that basically they're going to have the full deck of cards available for selection, including Broncos,
okay.
for the prelim, including Mr. Stand on Business, Xavier Willison.
There you go.
Do you factor that in?
Yeah, I do. I factor all that in. I factor everything in. Xavier Willison hasn't had a shoulder injury. You know what I mean?
I think it was
it's an arm injury, no leg injury. So those legs have been fucking running. I know that.
Yep.
He's been running. Hey, I always say, when you've had an arm injury, what do you tend to do? Tackle with your fucking shoulders, and your tackle tech is perfect, right? So you're not loose out here. You're always tight. You're always hitting with your shoulder. So I've really got to weigh that in. And you'd have some faith in X getting a job done. Start Payne and X.
Let's factor this in now then too. Payne Haas, he is not human, mate. I have no idea. He was. I don't know if you've seen the tackle with Tom Starling where he rolled up on his ankle.
Mm-hmm. Also, yeah.
Every time he was away from the ball, he was hobbling. I don't know how he finished the game and how he come back on. He kept it warm. He kept on coming to the bike. He kept on going. He is.
Even with KO, when KO Weeks made that break,
yeah.
Guess who's chasing?
Payne Haas. You know how many times like we go back and forth and we change our premier front row. Who's our favourite? Is it Adam Faneuil-Blake? Is it Payne Haas? Is it James Fisher-Harris? Is it Joseph Tarpany? Mate, watching him live go through what he did is...
What sort of numbers did he put up still? Decent?
It would be. Yeah, I've got him right here.
Yeah, he's a different breed, mate. But I don't know what sort of... He'll get MRIs and everything. It just feels like a proper just a rolled ankle. What did he do?
21 for 174, 62 post-contact meters.
With one leg.
And that probably would have been 100 for sure if it wasn't for that leg. 4 tackle breaks still.
5 offloads.
48 tackles, 1 miss, 96% efficiency.
One leg.
He's a freak of nature, mate.
Yeah, I love it.
They'll never... I don't think... I know there's a heavy Polynesian influence that are coming through the game right now, Mace.
They're not built like this.
We're not going to see another Payne Haas.
No, and don't take it for granted either. I'm watching a lot of young brothers come through the game. I don't see Payne Haas. He's a fucking diamond. He is a diamond. So's Faneuil-Blake.
Yeah.
And so is Tino.
Yep.
So's Big Papa. Yep. So's Tarpane. They're outliers, right? Everyone else, they're pretty basic, right? But those guys, the amount of minutes they play in the middle, the amount of work they get through, and the leadership that they show for young kids, young men, right? It's fucking outstanding.
And the big thing, I've said this for years, even when they're struggling, like the lack of frustration from him, like he never gets flustered. No. He gets through all that work and like he never complains.
You can understand what that human has been through off the field. Yeah. And I do. I've known his mum and his dad since I was 10 years old. And the way that he was raised, he's forged in the fucking cloth that fucking not many have been.
Was it Shamus who did the interview with him?
Reece.
Yeah. But fucking I know more than Shamus. Trust me. He's fucking...
I think that's, to your point, that's the perspective. Like with all this shit that's going on the field, that's nothing.
There's exactly. It's perspective, right? And it's life shit that he's been through that no one can fuck with him. Footy's fun. When you go through life shit and you've been through a lot, what he's been through with his parents and his brother and everything like that, no one breaks him. He's unbreakable. And that's what happens when you're cut from that cloth and you've seen shit with those eyes. Footy out there is probably his safe haven.
That ankle's light work for what he's been
through.
through.
He don't give a fuck, mate. He'll just have a rest. He'll just do nothing all week. He'll be fine.
There's one more little concern that they had. Billy Walters picked up a little bit of something late. Mate, he's fucking been awesome.
Has he gotten quicker? He nearly made half little breaks. That's what worries me. Like, just say Ezra, man, if he gets in there, those little half breaks that he's making, they're full length.
Yeah.
So that's where if Ezra comes back and we'll break those things down on next week. Next week. The week off again for Reynolds and Ezra, they're going to be fucking going at it. I know they won Brisbane, but they easily could have lost.
I was saying this with about 20 minutes to go, or even 10 minutes to go when they were actually going into Golden Point. The Broncos needed to win this game. I still think the Raiders can fight back.
Did you back the Raiders or the Bronx?
Bronx.
We both did, didn't we?
You were Raiders.
No, wait. That was the only one I sort of got right. I was thinking, I'm like, because I felt bad because I was going against like the Raiders and I love Ricky and I love everything about it and what the Raiders had done. I'm like, fuck, I was watching the game. I was Raiders going to pump Brisbane now. Then I just come back. I was like, oh, yeah, I backed Brisbane. Yeah. Yes. But I just think that these two, the perfect way is because they get to come around and boom, it could be the grand final.
Good. I ran into Gordy just before.
It was the big GT.
Awesome. I thought he was having a blow up with someone from the Raiders.
He probably was. What do you mean?
He turned around and you know when he's just like...
He's the best.
He's just his presence. Anyway, so I ran into him. I go, Gordy, can they get the job done? And he said exactly what you said. I said, he goes, yeah. I said, I got the winner of this win in the grand final. He goes, I think these two teams are going to meet again in the grand final.
They'll flip around, yeah. Unless the only team that can get and shock one of them, Penrith.
Yeah.
That's the only team that I worry. If I was these two, if I was in Canberra and I'm Brisbane, I'm like, who don't I want to fucking play in the prelim? Penrith. Because the
Storm are on the other side, mate.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Storm now.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. If they were playing like this like last year's team, I'm like totally different.
Yep.
Pappy's out of form and he's been injured, he's been banged up. Jerome Hughes, mate.
Yeah, big.
I know the Pez played outstanding. We'll break that game down. Yep. Outstanding. But like Jerome Hughes does that every week. You know, so
so let's get to more stuff. So we talked about the back four, which I talked about. How about my man Jordan Ricky? 17 for 166, 63 post contact, 47 tackles, 2 misses. And 91 efficiency as well.
Just
his
quietly,
yardage carry.
Think that
his yardage carries at the back end. I remember because they were having so much joy on the left edge, Mace. The right side of the Broncos was right in front of me, and it was basically to start every set. A kick return. Katoni Staggs 10 of the fucking toughest meters you've ever seen in your life.
Man.
Coming off the sideline every time and absolutely getting bashed was Jordan Ricky.
Yeah, good.
And he was taking his lick for the team, and then they'll go on the 2-pass shift. And the only reason you probably just forgot about it is because you're having so much joy on the left. But there was a sacrificial lamb on the right edge.
That's what fucking good back rowers do. That's what good back rowers do.
Yeah.
That's why I hate a back rower that had just say you kick to this corner here, you winger in, Katoni takes the next one. I expect the right side back rower to take that next fucking hit up and lay a line for your fucking boys. That's his job. And then when it comes back to your way, Huddy Young was on fire.
Huddy Young and Ethan Strange were bashing him nearly every time.
I love it.
And he was taking his licks, getting up, playing the ball, and then they go shift, and then Walshy, Shibasaki, and fucking...
And this is what I've been expecting from Jordan Ricky for a couple of years. The maturation process is happening. Now I think he's finally understanding his job and how talented he is and how big and strong and fit that man is.
Yeah.
You got to be doing these hard yards, bro. And when they're doing the left side back row is laying the line for you, for your shot, you run your line, you do everything like that, you get in shape and you might get that ball.
Yeah.
Right? But like that's what good back rowers do. They all do it. Liam Martin's always taking that one on the open.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Fucking Crichton's always doing that one.
The big thing that you've been concerned about is just being a defender.
Yeah,
so his worst part of his game when he first started was defence.
Yeah.
Then he went over the top to correct that.
Yeah.
Now he's got the balance, like 47 tackles and 166 metres.
No kickoffs.
2 misses, no kickoffs.
No dropouts.
63 post contact. Like I said, mate, those fucking meters were hard to come by.
That's what you got to respect about that man, and I love that. And they didn't have a left side back row. Picora went off, didn't he? Head knock.
Yeah, Picora went off. So Jaden Hunt come on and done a good fair job.
Yep. He's a big body, isn't he?
He goes good, mate.
Bigger body than you think.
He's a footy player in Jaden Hunt. But even like fucking our man Tyson Smoothie, Corey Pakes.
The smooth.
Tolty was gassed. Talty was feeling the pinch.
He didn't get much minutes, did he?
He's a journeyman, sort of like middle, and he's been awesome. Mate, every time the big boys, they were struggling. It was a beautiful conditions down there. The weather was nice. They wouldn't have played a shitload of day games, both of them. Big Talty was sucking in the big ones. Hetherington, I don't know what he said or done to Hudson Young, licked him every time. Huddy Young's physical. Let's get to the Raiders.
Huddy Young.
Let's get to the Raiders. I was devastated for them. I went down on the field, was waiting to interview the Broncos players. They asked me to do it all the time. I turned it down. I never interview the losing team.
Yeah.
I chat to them as they're coming off the field, but there's nothing worse than getting interviewed when you're the part of the losing team. But I ran into Big Pups. I ran into Ethan Strange, and I just said to him, boys, like, as a neutral, no one deserved to lose that game. And Big Pups was like, he went into it. You could tell clearly his ankle was giving him. I thought it was all smoke and mirrors. You could see clearly that his ankle was giving him some grief, and the look of like disbelief on his face as he's walking off. And I was just like, man. I'm looking at Walsh and I'm looking at the Broncos boys, and I'm so pumped for them. And I seen the Raiders boys, and I was like,
it's the way they lost.
Yeah.
It's the way you lose. You know that.
Yep.
Like, you can fucking get beat by 10 convincingly. You know what I mean? You can deal with it. You get better. It's like, fuck, God, it was just there. It was there.
And celebrating like you've won.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Twice.
The two celebrations of like thinking like the adulation and like the fucking release of fucking serotonin, dopamine. I do it twice. You're dejected. That's why you're so down after being like that twice. That's why the down is big.
Yeah. So we'll get to let's start with that then. We'll keep rolling with it. How does Ricky get him up for? I know like it's sort of easy and it's not, but what do you reckon the focus will be for Ricky in the next 24 to 48 hours?
No injuries. Same team. Go again. If anyone can get someone up for a game, it's Ricky Stewart.
Yeah.
You do not have to get up for one of these. This is elimination. That wasn't elimination. It wasn't. So you sort of subconsciously, I reckon they thought they probably had it 28-12. I reckon.
Sure they
maybe.
would've.
They're like, yeah, easy. And then the fucking run happened, right? And they didn't prepare for that. They didn't know how to stop the bleeding. Now it's like do or die. What do the Raiders have? I think they got plenty in them.
So do I.
Plenty more.
It's a dangerous matchup. It's like Sharks. Again, going back to sort of the back end of the season, and we'll get to them in a bit.
Sharks can fuck around. And
Sharks can
get a prelim.
What did I say about the Sharks 6 or 7 weeks ago? Even when they were losing, I said Sharks, they're boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I said I don't think they can win the comp, but they can knock out a team that I think can win the comp, and that's what I'm worried about this Saturday with the. It'd
be
Sharks
a shame
Raiders
if they do beat the Raiders.
Yes,
Raiders,
and no,
but Raiders are fucking fun to watch.
Yes, agreed.
This is talking about me being a consumer and sitting there watching Super Saturday, fucking nearly going to sleep watching the Roosters game.
Yeah,
Roosters and Sharks. That was fucked. That was a knockout game. I mean, I know they play just boring football. Especially the Sharks, they're just straight through the guts, and then they were just trying, Mortalo getting in there, scoring some good tries. It's just not. It is what it is. You just got to win games. I don't give a fuck. Okay. This is just me as a consumer.
Yeah, fair enough.
We just fucking do a better game.
That's fair enough.
I was watching on the charts. I was like, fuck, this is boring.
Okay, let's get to.
Love you, Fitzy.
Huddy Young, in my opinion, mate, this year he's gone to another level.
Is he the best left side back row in the comp? Him and Crichton?
I think he's gone past Angus this year. He's played better than Angus this year. Whether he's gone past or not.
Is Liam Martin injured and he's not touring? Has he announced that?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why they keep not putting him in sides. Because I was about to comment on some fucking idiot doing an Ashes team.
Yeah, no, he's declared. He's got the birth of his second child.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
so he's not going to be
family first.
Crichton can fucking play right side.
Yep.
Easy.
Crichton's flipped side to side. So yeah, that's your back row. But
right side carry.
He the try didn't allow it to get to the bounce, which was
beautiful.
Again, great work. The little kick for Seb Chris for his one.
Beautiful.
And he was fucking licking anyone who ran close to him. They were getting that right shoulder.
Mate, he was...
Poor Kobe Hetherington, he come off the bench, he got it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, he's like, who's this? What the fuck's happening here? This is what I love about this.
Normally
this guy.
Kobe Hetherington gives that shit to people.
Yeah, and he was easily, like without Walsh, like just say like for 80 minutes, Huddy Young was the best player on the field.
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah, Hudson was their best. Yeah,
he was and if Walshy wasn't doing Walshy things, he was the best player on the field. Easily, I reckon. Like, I mean, Tappas at his moments, he was just doing Tappanay things. But like Huddy
KO
Young,
Weeks.
KO Weeks was good, but like Huddy Young, like fuck the skill set to score that try, the little kick to put in, the line breaks, the offloads, the fucking defense, like the defense, mate. Like Walsh, you don't have to tackle.
Here's my thing.
Weeks don't have to tackle.
Just before Weeks was my Ezra man. So Walshy was Nathan Cleary, did his best work late. Weeks had a Ezra Mam like fucking 25, 30 minute period just before and after half time, and almost was just the man of the match for a fucking 15, 20 minute bracket. And then something extraordinary had to happen on the opposite side for him not to get man of the match if they do give out awards for that.
You've been calling their right edge out all year. Yeah. It's fucking on. I think, everyone's been trying to exploit it at the start of the year. They got their shit together during the before Origin and after Origin, during Origin and until now. Exposed again. What do they do?
I look again, and I wrote this in the notes. I take no joy in predicting something like that, but it's been problematic all year.
I thought they had it fixed. I thought they fixed it.
They've done a great job in trying to put a band-aid over it, in my opinion. But it was the perfect.
Fucking Walsh.
How do you put it? Like what?
Perfect storm.
The perfect storm for there to be problems on that side, because you've got arguably the best attacking left edge with Reece Walsh,
Hosking, Fogarty, Timoko.
Yep, and
Hot Tamale. Is that
and
it?
Hot Tamale? Yeah, it's
all over the shop, mate.
No, sorry, it's been Jed Stewart. But before that, it was Xavier Savage that was having problems as well. Like, it's not an individual, Mace.
No, it's a whole group.
It's a group thing, and it just snowballed. And honestly, mate, I've been in games like that. I remember in 15 when it started to go a little bit weird with me, Foz, Stevie, and Georgie. For the first 2 years were awesome, and then something just went off halfway through 2000. It ended up costing me. I ended up moving over to the right edge. I ended up finishing the year with Ches, and I was just we just lost a little bit of confidence in each other, and I don't know. We was never able to pinpoint it. I ended up having to finish off the season well on the right, but struggled on the left.
Like as a 4-man, I played 4-man before. Like you need a good 5-man. As a 5-man, people at home, like you got your middle 4, your right 4, left 4. For your middles, right, you'd usually have the most mobile and the best communicator.
That's good info, that.
Inside you, right? Yep. So if you've got me in there, you know that I'm going to get up and I'm going to put pressure on the halfback and release you out, and we all go to the sideline, right? Yep. If you have a 5-man that doesn't move good and doesn't communicate good with his 4-man, or whoever was inside Jed, I'd always probably get Starling or I'd get Tarpane because they're quicker blokes. They move up quick. Then the markers can, your markers take care of the 9 and 7. You all got to come up and then move like that. Jed Hoskins he didn't have a 5-man that was working hard. They were coming up and they were just saying square. And then Walshy was just skipping, like he was just playing and he was getting on the outside of Jed. Fucking Hoskins. What do I keep saying? Fucking Jed.
Jed Hoskins.
Jed Hoskins. Fucking hell. Jed Hoskins. So Jed was coming
Hoskins,
up.
Jed Stewart, the winner.
Yeah. And I was just like, God damn. And Hoskins was getting skinned by fucking Walsh and he was getting to the 3-man. He was getting like,
that's
hard,
man. Mate, that's a great point you bring up. I'm just thinking about stylistically like how their middles are. Now, I know when you play the power game, big tick. Like they'll roll through most forward packs. But the mobility of Joseph Tarpany, Josh Papali and Corey Horsburgh is nowhere near the mobility of fucking Mitch Kenny, Isaiah Yeo, like those sorts of locks.
And they know that.
And
Liam Martin.
And like Tom Starling, even though he moves really well, they're so focused on bashing people that their first movements are
straight and just chest.
Sometimes you've got to get, and again, it looks bad because it happens on the edge, but sometimes you're right, mate. It's the middles just being aware, all right, like, I know we want to bash everyone here, but make sure our movements are good. If they can check and release and then release you.
You know that there's not a fucking, like Payne Haas is not in front of you, right? You're not really worried about anything else. It's going to be a long ball to the 7. So it
was long to Paddy every time.
Yeah,
Paddy
you've got to be able to move your A's and B's a little bit wider to help the 4-man so you can come straight up and fucking scream at Paddy Carrigan so he can play earlier.
Yep.
You can't just let Paddy Carrigan dig in and then he digs into Hoskins and then the lead fucking runner there and then the guy out the back and then you get Walsh out the back with perfect timing.
Can I throw something at you though? How many times have I been in a right edge when I've told the middles to get an extra step and they politely decline?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
As much as you think that like you can look
exposed.
They worry about getting done on the inside shoulder, mate.
Surely you got it, but this is where you play eyes up defense, right? So if you're at marker, you should be able to get Payne Haas. There's no inside support. It's not Reynolds. It's not anyone who's a 7. And you know it's going to Carrigan, right? Therefore, the markers are on. A can go a little bit wider. B can really, B is your 5-man.
Yep.
He can really he dictates where he's at. He needs to be on the inside of Paddy Carrigan, whoever that player is.
And then the C gets to where the 4-man would be, so it gives you the opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah,
you got to be able to play that against the guys like Kalen Ponga, the guys like Reece Walsh when they love that shape. And if you don't work from the middle, I always say you can bring it all the way back to the middle all the time. If they don't move that good, your movements aren't good and they're not chasing inside. If your movements aren't good as a middle, first grade, just say if you're coming through as in pathways and everything, if your movements aren't good, you're not even fucking getting looked at in first grade. If you can't come up and sprint sidewards, you're fucked.
You better be a freak in attack.
Exactly.
If not, you're not going to get picked.
You have a look at the movements on all the great middles, on all the best middles. Payne Haas, boom, it's a sprint. He moves really good. Fucking all the middles. Like Fanua Blake even moves good, right? He's a big body, but he knows how to move. He knows how to get around. Tino, everybody.
You know, improved heaps, and we'll talk about it. And I had in my notes, this is perfect for what I was about to say for Melbourne.
Stefano's movements way better.
Awesome compared to what is at the Tigers. He always had big offensive numbers, but his movements now at Melbourne are awesome.
You can't not move like that. You've got to be able to sprint 5 to 6 meters, and if a ball goes past, you need to be able to fucking sprint on that angle with your hips facing forward, but on that angle. So you can't have your hips that way, right? You get caught on the inside. But if your hips are square, but you're moving like that, you can just flip your hips. They're in front of you.
Yeah.
And that's all.
You coach that stuff all the time.
That's all we practice. That's all I practice with the younger guys about that. And it's hard to get. It's hard to get. Like you
have to do reps on it.
You've got to do reps. You know, when you're 17, 18, 19, 20, when you get through the grades, by the time we give you the zero and all that, your fucking movements better be on because he's all about that shit. Yep. Ruben, Travis, all S&Cs, sprint coaches, head coaches, defensive coaches. If your movements aren't on point, if you look at a guy like Tino, if you look at all these big guys who move so good, Yowie, Fisher Harris, Leota, fucking all these big boys, they move fucking.
Oh, the big boys in particular.
The big boys in particular. All the little guys are going to move all right.
Yeah, that's fair.
But, you know, it's very important. So if you have a big pack, and that's where the Cronulla Sharks, they move all right. But sometimes when fatigue happens, you see those little gaps open.
Again, we'll talk about a guy in a bit. I think the Dolph, he's been ever since he's been inserted to the starting lineup. That's something they've been missing because they've had Hamlin Uele or Oregon Kafusi or Tom Hazelton.
The Dolph's been their best.
Dolph's been awesome,
and I love it. I reached out to Dolph on the weekend. I said, "Great movements." I said because I've always had a lot of good time.
Say boring game first, but also
I said,
good game.
Of a game, mate. But I was to watch. But who cares? You got the win and you did a flex because I've always liked him. But he's been injured. He's been banged up.
Yeah,
he's been banged up.
Fan.
He's a person that no one thought he'd ever get to where he's at now.
Yeah.
Scores fucking winner, match winner.
Yep.
Fucking flex like that.
Fin up,
double flex. Go the Dolph.
Owen Paddy, I would have loved to have seen him on it. Tom Starling was awesome.
Tom Starling was on.
And I think Ricky was just going, you know what? This is such a big game. And normally Owen Paddy's their closer, right? He comes on if they're sort of the game's in the balance and they need to score more points. They needed to defend a lead. And then by the time they threw Owen Paddy on, which I think was just before extra time.
The game would have been quick.
It was super quick, and he looked a little bit like a fish out of water in it. Like he'll be great for the run.
It'd be like going just say you're doing
It'd be
nothing,
so hard.
doing nothing, so right? Hard. Sitting on the sideline and then coming on and just doing like 3 100s in a row, like a sprint with like a Malcolm, full Malcolm before you even do it.
Yeah.
Full Malcolm in a minute 10.
And you're in a defensive line where everyone else is gassed. So even if you do have energy, you've got to try to pull back and
But they're gassed, but they're still fucking they're in the game.
Yeah.
They're in the game and they get the rhythm. You got no rhythm.
Yeah.
You're just busting your ass off trying to get into every tackle, trying to make an impact somewhere where you can't. It's hard. Starling was on, but
some big calls, mate, and I had a number of people message me, and just with the nature of this game, I want to go through. I thought Ashley Klein had a pretty good game. How did you guys see it back? It's harder for us because I got some of the big calls, and we'll go through them.
Yeah. The calls
we'll talk
right.
through them.
You got them right. I mean,
the Jed Stewart knock on, I thought was a. You know what because I don't know if you guys can hear it on the coverage, but we get the audio come through.
I watch it on mute.
We get the audio. SEN sync, mate. I tell you all the time.
Got to figure it out. Lukey's got to come over. Lukey's got to come over and sync me up.
So this is Ashley said to Chris Butler at the end of the game, check it, take your time, relax, and make the right decision on the Jed Stewart one.
That was crucial, man.
And I thought even the communication was, I don't know if you heard that on TV.
Could you see the touchy come over? He was like, he knew straight away, I think. He was talking to the other guy.
It was chaotic, mate.
Some angle.
It was chaotic. The G-Man was there too, right? The G-Man was walking past. The NRL officials were around. I'm getting all fired up with the referees.
Go.
Anyway, I am critical of referees, yes, right? And I've not been a big Ashley Klein fan. I believe him and Butler made the correct decision. I thought Jed Stewart, the views that I had, and I've seen it again and I've looked at it again, I feel like he touches it, it goes into Karapani's shoulder and then goes back. Is that what?
I just thought he was going like that.
You don't think it grazes and goes into the shoulder?
No, some angles it looks like that.
Yeah.
It looks like he's hitting it back. Some angles it looks like that and goes into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Because the hand still goes like that.
But because the hand goes back, I think he hits it. I think he hits it here and it goes forward, but his hand's still going back.
And then it ricochets off the shoulder and goes
Is that what it is? That's what I'm thinking.
That's what it looked like for me.
Yeah.
And again, these are one of those
different angles, right?
Yeah.
When you look at it, the one angle looked like he's fucking 100% gone back.
Yep.
The other angle looks like he's just say it's here, it's hit him here and gone in, but his hand's gone back.
Yep.
That's it. I mean, it's a ballsy call because it was game.
Mate, for me, they're all really tough calls. This next one, during the call, I thought it was a knock-on from Fogarty when Ben Hunt nearly put Hetherington over. Then I got a second view of it and I got another look at it. Fogarty knocks it backwards. KO Weeks comes and scoops on it and he takes it 95 of the best. Right call.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Yeah, that was like...
I thought they were going to bring it back.
So did I.
And I was just like... Ooh.
And I was like, we'll discuss it. I
was like, game over.
And again, this is why I'm discussing it now and sort of just going through.
No.
That's the way it looked like for me. And then originally when Shibasaki threw that pass to Karapani and then Walsh was in the inside for the game winner, it was forward. It was the right call. The touchy kept on going.
Yep.
Ash made the call. It was a ballsy call. All the momentum was for the Broncos.
Big games, mate. Touchy didn't have the ball.
It was the right call.
What about sending Hudson Young off?
Agree with. It's the same as the. We'll get to it. Let's.
Okay.
Actually.
What? Yeah. I'm with you on that.
See, we might be against you on this one.
Yeah, I don't.
The same as the Grant Anderson one, patting Birdo in the head a couple of weeks ago.
Young instigated it, didn't he?
Yep.
Okay, so that's why he started it, and then well,
do you watch the depressor?
Yeah, for Ricky.
With Hudson Young, or maybe it was an interview that he came out and said he goes, "I'm the first person that's been sent off for celebrating."
No, but it's celebrating and instigating. It's like instigating a riot.
Yeah.
Like an NFL taunt.
Yeah, it's taunting. So like if he didn't get anywhere near Walsh wouldn't have reacted like that. That's the rule.
I don't know if it's a rule or not, but I didn't hate the decision as well. And in fact, like it was almost I hated how remember the Spencer Lenu one where he goes over and shapes up to All Blacks Tafa, and I'm like, why does everyone have to go? Just like if Spencer doesn't go over and get in his face and pretend to shape it, that's a different version of it. I know he doesn't shape up.
No, but
if Hudson Young doesn't get straight in Walsh's grill, if he doesn't do that, he walks over. They fucking played. It was an error. They're up by 16, or maybe 12. Sorry, I've got to get at my things. We'll find out exactly. And I know that's how they are. And Mace, the same frustrations you have with Walshy for the headbutt, I have for Hudson Young for the Canberra Raiders.
I'm both.
Because if he doesn't go over and get in his face,
I'm with you.
Nothing happens. Then who knows? Like
that's why
sliding doors.
But that's why they're ruling on that sort of shit. It's like don't instigate it. It's like instigating a fucking riot, right? Yeah. You throw the first fucking can, and then a big all-in brawl breaks out.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
If he talks shit, like if he's 5 meters away and talks shit and tells Walsh he's a flog for dropping the ball and he's cost his 6 again. Yeah. If you get right in someone's face,
grill,
and then something like that kicks off the back of it, I think you got to live by the whatever consequences you get.
I'm all right.
I've just looked up the rule book, and there is taunting.
You can't taunt.
Yeah.
You can't taunt. Yeah.
Never engage in disrespectful
and this is going to divide a lot of people.
Paddy Young's a good taunter too.
Never
Tom
engage.
Starling's a good one. Horsford's a good one.
Never engage in any disrespectful conduct of any sort, including profanity, sledging, obscene gestures,
But you could be
offensive remarks, trash talking, taunting, or other actions that are demeaning to other players, officials, or supporters.
There's a lot of grey area here because if I just say if you did it and I'm here just walking past you going, you fucking this, and
that's what he should have done.
You can't say shit, and I'm not taunting, but like you're gonna go, oh, you're selling something. You can't say shit, mate. I'm looking at you, but I'm talking to you, going, fucking weak, fucking this and that.
Cost yourself.
You cost yourself, you stupid little. Whatever. I would just go mental, but I'll get it in a good way because I know in this day and age, if you get in someone's face, you can't fight anyway. So you might as well just do it and get away with it. Taunt, say whatever you want, but just be in the vicinity.
No. And don't fight because we said this before. Because if you do, suspension after.
Don't fight. I'm saying like no fight. I'm just saying if you're Walsh and I'm Huddy Young and there's the shit ball that he threw and then I'm just saying I'm talking to you but I'm looking this way, you can get away with anything.
Yeah.
Walshy, little fucking this and that and just, you know what I mean? Without saying anything. Yeah. And Walshy probably might come and push me.
Yeah.
And
then
he gets sent.
Yeah. That's
and then
the way
Walshy can't go, oh, he said this and this.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. I was talking to my teammate.
You've got to be smart about it, right? You can't be in his face. Gone are those days because you can't fight. You can't do anything. So just like be smart about it. You can still get your fucking lip in. You can get it all in. You just got to be smart about it.
The Walsh penalty at the end of regular time for the penalty. Correct call.
Yeah, you can't hit his leg.
I'm telling you, like, it's been consistent now since, I think the first one that went, that got the headlines was the Sean Johnson, not Jazz the Funga. A player from Manly did it to Sean Johnson, and that was just after Lockie Ilias had missed the rest of the season with Freddie Lussick going and taking his leg out.
Yeah, you can't do it.
I think we're all there, even though for sure Walshy played up to it, for sure he did.
Hit his leg.
Hit his leg, full stop.
You've got to be so...
There's no grey area in that.
Little things like that. It's like NFL, right? It's like NFL. You touch the kicker, you can't touch him. So these, like, you're putting kick pressure on, especially a dropout. You just got to run near him and just nowhere near, unless it's front on with the ball. If you're going side, mate, you just got to be...
You can no longer go for the ball in contact, right? As in, by the time
that way,
you got to dive forward.
Yeah, like just say if you're
Huddy Young nailed it. Young nailed it.
Yeah,
he got it good. It was Hoskin who stuffed up on the occasion, but Hudson Young got put enough pressure, but kept a distance of about a metre and a half.
You've got to be smart.
That was going over too.
Yeah, the one that we just got it?
The Walshies was going over.
Do you reckon the one that Jed would hit?
No, the one that Walshy hit when Hudson Young knocked charged it down.
But no, those calls, like as much as, like everyone's going to whinge about it, they're the right calls. They did not fuck them up, the refs. So
the last one that confused me at the end, they go down the short side at the end of extra time. Karapani or Mariner goes for the intercept. It gets knocked back at 6 again. Sasangi gets tackled in the corner. He doesn't realise it's the last tackle. He tries to offload it, and Ash gave him the ball back.
Yeah.
What was up with that?
I don't know.
That one was confusing.
I was confused.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really know what was going on. I said, "What, you playing the ball back?"
For me, he handed the ball back and said that he was held and that was the end of the play. It's either a penalty for trying to rake the ball or it's a knock-on for Sasangi. It's not hand him the ball back. That felt very reminiscent to the confusion that he had in Origin in Game 3, that one.
I need Sasangi to play more minutes.
He was awesome when he came
on. Like he looked like he was making half breaks. I mean, I know he's an edge player, but fuck, I wouldn't mind, if the bra went off and he played lock. Just be in the middle and just be fucking like...
Fuck, the bra was awesome too.
I know the bra was good, but I'm just saying, he ain't playing 80.
So the bra plays the first 40 minutes. This is the way their rotation works every week.
Yeah,
without fail. It goes Papa, Tarps, Horsburgh. So Papa comes off at about the 20 minute mark. Tarps comes off about 25 to 30. Big Red plays the full 40. Morgan Smithies comes on. Horsburgh moves up into the front row, and then he gets his spell.
Yeah, but Sasangi can play. Like it sucks that he has to wait to be in the back row.
Yeah.
Or centre. You know what I mean? I'm like, this kid is a forward.
Yeah.
He's an edge back rower. He's a middle. He's got to find more space for him. I need 25 minutes out of that kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard, but he's got to play his part and he's got to be patient. And same as the other kid.
Maybe at the expense. Maybe I'm trying to figure out ways to get him on the field too. What about this, Mace? Zach Hoskins grew up being a lock. Maybe when you take Horsburgh off rather than moving Horsburgh up rather than putting Morgan Smithies on, who's as tough as nails as well. Move Hoskins to lock, Simi Sasangi onto the right edge.
Something like that.
That could work.
Yeah, something like that. Because I think Hoskins does a lot. He's had a really good year, but like he's not. I don't know.
They've still got that Matty Nicholson who's not even playing as well.
Yeah, he's pushing. He's pushing.
Is 45 minutes of the best, I think, of that game?
Well,
Maybe
that's
more.
the best game.
It was awesome. It deserved it. Do you want to crack your Red Bull?
All right, my Red Bull. Look, I've never thought in my whole life of rugby league that I'll be talking about wingers as the best players on the field for a first semi-finals, right? Nwanga Nituasi, Ronaldo, and our boy Brian Toto. He was outstanding in that game. That was the old Bizzer, man. I think he's back. He looks fit as hell. Looks motivated. Couple of weeks off. He's had some really big campaigns, but like the conditions over there
suited
terrible.
Him.
It suited him.
Yeah.
He got over 280 metres, right? But his defence was outstanding. I expect those numbers from Biz all the time. But like just his reads and like just coming out, shuffling to the sideline, everything like that. No one got past him. His market defence when he was getting down there on the first, on attack, in defence, everything. He was just a full package. I know Ronnie played outstanding against Mark Nwanga Tuasi, but this guy here over there against New Zealand and like everything was against the wingers having really big games. And I was just like, holy fuck, look what he's doing. Like the leadership that he has, mate.
He never gets enough credit for his defence.
No, the defence is why he got the OG Bull of the Week.
Yeah. He's been an elite winger for a long time. In my opinion, I know there's, Coates has had some good moments over the last couple of years. Toops has been super consistent for a long time.
Best winger in the last 5 years.
Bizza on this run, like I can't speak highly enough.
That's what's scary about these guys. We'll get to that game, but like Bizza was outstanding. But the guys that had a bit of a rest, looks like they've been this round one.
They're ready to go.
He looked good in the All Blacks jersey.
Yeah, in the All Blacks jersey. He had a bit of controversy throughout the week as well. Just
what was that?
I think he fucked up and thought he was messaging direct messaging.
Caught on that.
Yeah. So there's a new thing on Instagram where if you write a message, it becomes like a caption on the stories now. And I think for sure he didn't know.
I don't understand that arrow bit.
Yeah, never press the little speech bubble on the left. Always, if you're replying or sliding in anywhere that you shouldn't be doing anything like that, you got to go straight in the middle. Yeah. No, I do.
Yeah.
I'm talking on behalf of myself.
Slider of note. Slider of note.
Bizza, outstanding. Just the meterage there. A couple of little half breaks here and there, like really important runs to get their sets off, to a good start because the Warriors were there to play.
Yep.
And I told you last week, they'll be good for 60, 65 minutes.
Yep.
And then the cream rises to the top. That's what happened.
Bizza was awesome. All right, Scopes, young buck for this week, thanks to Red Bull, is the Pizza. Jonah Pezzett. I went back and sort of, watching the game on the stream, it's a little bit hard to sort of dissect. I went back and just watched some of the replays, some of the nice moments, some of the big plays. And the part that stood out the most for me is great performance by Jonah Pezzett. Mm-hmm. He was awesome. 2 line break assists, 1 try assist, crucial 40-20, 22 kicks compared to Cam Munster. The reason I put that stat in there, it allowed Money to do his best work. Mm-hmm. Money got in for something ridiculous like 15 carries and nearly 180 metres. But I looked at some of the big moments and was, chopping them up and going back, and he's just got this composure about him for a young guy. Yeah. And I thought he
had my questions about him.
Yeah,
I think he could easily slot into. I remember saying like last week, it's the Melbourne system, right? I think he can go to any team, and just if he does that, I don't think just say Newcastle or Titans or someone like that who needs a good 7. Warriors.
Yep.
Just a team like he could easily be outstanding in a team.
Yeah.
Not just like a bench sort of, your starters go out and then put Pezzett in. No, he can fucking run a job.
He's a first grader. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's
got to leave, son.
Big future, and I know he's in the Melbourne Storm system and he's got some good players around him. That was a high pressure situation against a team that was desperate. And I thought the composure part of it was the part that stood out for me for such a young buck. Yep. So he scopes young buck. By the way, Papa Macros are on board with us. So, as always, put in the code. Go on the website, papamacros.com.au, and if you put in the code levels30, you'll get $30 off your first box. Put in the code levels10 after you put in levels 30 the next week, and you get 10% off all future orders for your audience. That's for our audience only. And got another little nugget. So the Oz Fitness Expo is on this weekend. We've got 3 double passes from Papa Macros. What I'm going to do is get the people at Papa Macros to let us know if you haven't signed up before and you're buying your first box and you put in the code levels 30, we have 3 double passes for the first 3 who go and sign up to that. So we'll chat to the team. We'll have the information ready for you on Thursday.
You going to do that, Lukey?
The Fitness Expo? Yeah. I've got the footy.
Okay.
All right, let's get to Tamika Upton, who is doing up to. She is doing Tamika up to things as per. She's named RLPA's August Player of the Month. So during August, how about this for a few stats?
Fucking gun, man. Look at these stats. God damn.
Okay, so she delivered some standout performances throughout, including a hat-trick against the Sharks. So a hat-trick against the Sharks, which is Kitties, because then she scored 4 against the Raiders.
What?
And then had a commanding display against the Parramatta Eels where she laid on multiple try assists. Remarkably, Upton registered at least 1 try assist in every game during August. So here are the stats. 5 games, 8 tries, 9 try assists, 7 line breaks, 15 tackle breaks, an average of 28 post-contact, and 130.
These are the stats I was putting up in under 14s. That's what she's doing in the WNRL.
She's the GOAT. Livia Koenig, Taryn Aiken, and the like.
You see? She's
yeah,
out.
poor. Yeah, I think Taz is out. Yeah,
She confirmed this morning.
confirmed. What is it?
ACL.
You poor thing.
That hurts. They're coming for Tamika. Tamika's the best player in the comp still.
Easy.
Comment come from Gucci Fane.
Gucci.
Please, Lord Almighty Horo, give us fans more of Willie for live games. I watch your podcast religiously, but I yearn for the live reactions of games, and the game had a lot of drama and great talking points. The scream for, I guess that's
The bricks.
Warbrick. He's got Warwick. I can imagine that's Warbrick. Intercept for a Storm fan was my all-time favourite watch.
I think, like me, Grub and I were talking. I said, like, because I didn't know what it looked like, right? And I said, because you got 2 ADHD fuckers locked in like lasers, and then when it went, it was just, oh fuck! That was probably the most organic, natural sort of reaction you can have, and I think it resonated with fucking every single Bulldogs
Everyone.
fan. And everybody who's ever watched a game of their team being just that close, and then that happens, like, because you know it's game over.
And then everyone in that position has a Justin Horo.
And everyone, and I just saw his fucking face, which was even better. He's just there going, looking at us two, just fucking hearts are broken.
And then I missed what you said until I read back.
Yeah, no, I was fucking having a crack at belly. I was having a crack at whoever stood up. He was laughing like he was playing. I was like, fuck everyone. I get like that. But I love that. That was unreal. That was our first little one. I think there's something there.
So I watched it back, and my first thought was, like, obviously loved the clip. It was hilarious and all the comments that was getting on it. And there was a part of me that was jealous of the love that you have for the Bulldogs, Mace. And what I mean by that is you and Grub were hurting, and the best comparison that I've got, and for whatever reason I don't have this from my footy career, and I was thinking about some of the factors around it, but it felt like me watching a Packers game and something goes wrong in a Packers game. The love that you have for the Bulldogs, I think, is the biggest takeaway from that. And maybe because my dad played NRL and we moved to different teams, and I want the Manly and Parra to win, but there's no way I would ever have a reaction like that.
Yeah.
And it's maybe more so for you because you won the comp. Grub went to a couple of grand finals.
Yeah.
So,
but we play there. So, and I think it's because I would come down as a 17-year-old. I didn't get recruited as a first grader.
Yeah, true.
Right? So when you go through and you earn your stripes and you know what the culture's like, and you be part of a successful run, you win a competition there. That's why I can look back on it now and realize why I love the club so much is because of that, right? It's the friendships, the people that you meet, and everything like that. Like it's brilliant to have that feeling and having a affection for a club like that, and cool for that to like be in me, right? And Grub, you know what I mean? It's fucking special to watch, you know, because we both love the club so much, and we just love. You know, I talk to Ciro the next day. I talk to Ciro most weeks. And he's like, you know, like and I send him those clips because he's off socials. He goes, you guys are fucking, he goes, I love how much you boys care. You know, he sent the one when I was talking about Max King and the forwards. Yeah. He sends them off to the boys, you know, like he knows that we all care so much about this club, and we love the club, right? We love the club, but we love what the club stands for. Like the grit, the culture, how much they hustle for each other. They're building something really special there, you know. So that's why you get that reaction, you know. And then I've got a love for those young men out there who are representing the Bulldogs at the moment. And when that happens to them in that way, it's just like, oh, that fucking hurts, because you know, you can see Grub going, I feel sorry for the players straight away. I'm like, that's all you do, because like you can see Warbrick's going, taking it to the house. You're like, it's game over, you know, unless it's a miracle. But you know, you're playing against Melbourne.
All right, Gucci Fane. Here's what we'll do. I've had a chat to our partners at the Tab. By the way, we're running it back with the Tab next year. Had a chat to the Tab. We're going to be doing at least 4 or 5 of these streams next year as well. Big occasions, big games. Bulldogs games will
Origin
stand out.
game? You're going to do an Origin game?
What? Yeah, we're going to do an Origin game. That would be awesome to see you with the Origin game. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
We haven't exactly locked in which game, but we'll do that later in the year.
2.
Here's what I propose to the Tab, and they're going to get back to us. If the Bulldogs win this week and they play in a preliminary final, I want to see you on a
Fuck
stream.
yeah. I'm in.
How about that?
I'm all in.
How about that? So Bulldogs go and get the job done on the weekend, and then it would be the Bulldogs versus
Brisbane? No, Canberra.
Brisbane. Bulldogs versus Brisbane. We got to watch that. We got to watch that.
Have to. Regardless. I mean, it's going to be a great game anyway. Let's do it.
All right, let's get to the Storm. 26 defeating the Bulldogs 18. Like I said before with my young buck, it allowed Money to do his best work, and I just kept on thinking about later on in the game. Remember when we did the Origin 1 recap with Money after they lost, and I was sitting there chatting to him. We clipped it up actually, mate, so I don't know if you would have seen it or not.
Right.
But I go to him, all right, there's so many things that went against you during the game that, you know, you can talk about the forward pack, you can talk about the penalties, you can talk about the errors, you can talk about your halves partner, whatever it is. What's one thing that you know that you can do right in game 2 to get a victory? And he goes, best part of my game is my running game.
Always.
And I reckon this year, not enough people, because he's in that same category as Bizza, Nat, Isaiah Yo, the top tier players. People are just used to it, that it's not a big thing. Like 18 carries for 143 and 59 post contact and just holding people off. That's not normal.
Standing in tackles is that should be a stat. You'd lead that.
If someone else was doing that, and like Ethan Strange is the version of doing, that's why we always compare him, right? But if Ethan Strange was doing what Money's doing every week, would just be fucking carrying on about it.
This is why Money's great, because this ain't a rookie. This is not a 2 or 3 year. This is a 10-year vet, and he's been doing. That's what greatness is. It's being consistent. Week in, week out, right? And when Money doesn't do this sort of stuff, people start going, oh, Money needs to run more. He needs to run more, right? So it's like he knows what he needs to do.
That's why Pez the guy.
That's why he is the guy. He's the best 5'8" in the comp. I have no fucking doubt. If he's fully fit and Cleary's fully fit and Moses is fully fit, he's my 6. He always has been.
For the Ashes.
For fucking any team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's just one of those guys. He's unreal in defence. He just leads by example. He's a great man. People love playing for him. And like when he gets the freedom to run, it's scary for other teams. And he did that against us. And like, because we weren't really worried about the forwards, right? I thought we had handled our own.
Did a pretty good job.
We got questioned. Our integrity got questioned, and Max King stood up. I think all the middles did a job. And you should be happy with yourselves.
Yeah.
But they end up getting us. But when you got Munster and the little peasant and just class around there, just fucking.
They come up with big moments.
Katoa.
They've got the ability of the Melbourne Storm to. It doesn't necessarily still look all that pretty, but they just know how to play in these big games. Yeah. Well, so I said the stat. I think if you're watching on the stream, so Cam Munster. Here, let me get it for you. And I'm gonna ask him this because we'll have a chat to him this week too in preparation for the prelim. So since his debut in 2014, and in 2014 he only played 1 game, right? So that doesn't really count, but they still made the preliminary
we
final
dusted him up in 2015. He hasn't got over it yet.
So
he's only just come good last week.
He got over it by the end of the year. He has played in 11 preliminary finals out of 12 potential prelims that he's been involved in, right?
Fucking serious.
The only one is that he didn't play in. He still went to the finals. It was 2022. They lost to the Raiders week 1. Imagine going into a season and going every year, bar one, you're going to be part of the 4 best teams.
Yeah.
He's a freak, mate.
Mate, Hall of Fame player already. Great player. And he's what? He's 29 years old, 28, 29. Probably got 5 years left in him. If he plays,
has he won a Clive?
No,
yes, he has. Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah, the Clive he wore it around to. No, that was the Wally Lewis medal.
No.
No, he hasn't won a Clive.
You always tried to back him for the Clive, never hit it.
Yeah.
Pappy got it in 2020.
Yep.
And 2017, Cam.
No. Cam never won a Clive.
Well, it was Billy.
I think it was Billy.
Yeah, it was Bill. It was Bill.
Yep.
Where Cam Smith was the best player.
Yep.
Easily.
Well, Cam Smith,
He was Billy.
Yeah, it was Bill, but Cam Smith was the best player in that team. That was just a retirement package.
We talked about Stefano as well before. Let's talk about him even more. Like I said before. So I think post-Origin, he's been arguably one of the most consistent props in the season, been doing his job. So I didn't even put the attacking.
What numbers did he get, bud?
So do you want to get his attack?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just to go with I think about 150 metres.
Yeah, it was north of that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Quiet. It was very quiet too. 170?
It was 2 metres north. 152. 17 for 152, 53 post contact, 14 tackle breaks. So how many times did he get the big bumpers up, turn around and get an offload?
Why do you think they fucking scored that try?
Tyron Wishart. 34 tackles, Mace. 0 misses, 1 ineffective, which was a tackle efficiency of 97%.
Fuck me. Have we explained the efficiency before? Yeah, we have. He's putting people on their back. So 34 tackles, he's putting them on their back. He missed half a tackle. He might have got on side control.
Where someone half won.
Where? That is unbelievable. And that's the maturation process of Big Stefano down in Melbourne, right? Where you can take yourself to be, like naturally he would have got himself to be an Origin player, naturally.
Yeah.
His natural ability. And then you go down to Melbourne, cop money lots and everything like that, get out of Sydney, away from his family and everything, lock into football.
Yep.
Next year, I think he's going to be the best prop in the game. He's going to be like a top 3 prop. It's going to be him, Payne and Tino, Fanua Blake. They're the 4 you're going to be talking about because I think another preseason down there, his leg speed will be a lot better, his efficiency, and he can do more of this more often, right? You're not going to get games where he's going to fall off. Consistency is key down there.
Do you envision an Ali Katoa-like jump?
Yes.
First year was good. Next year was really good. Now he's the elite back rower. Third year.
I expect that. I expect that.
Breaking. Paddy Carrigan 1 match suspension.
He's accepted it.
Yeah, but smart. That's what I'm thinking because of the fact that what side of the draw he's on.
It's Penrith, mate. I think it's going to be Penrith. No disrespect to you Dogs. Oh, the Dogs are just too banged up. We'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with him and I'm very impressed with...
I think it's the right call.
Yeah, it is. Mate, you're going to miss a grand final. You've got to have some faith in them. I think Big X and all that, yeah, he's a bit of faith. Out, Carrigan, if it was Payne Haas, I'll be a little bit more worried. Carrigan's had an outstanding year, but you can fucking make do, right? You can get that 1 week.
It's 1A, 1B. Like they're that important, mate.
It just depends who comes off. If Xavier plays, it's all right.
Mr. Stand on business, he's going to have to.
He's going to have to stand on his business big time.
Who plays lock though?
Fucking Hetherington. Yeah.
Hetherington.
That's how they started the season.
Wilson, but then Corey Jensen was on the bench. Corey Jensen just stays there. Can anyone add any variety?
I reckon Pia Kura could. I reckon Pia Kura could start a lot easily.
I don't think he could play the Paddy role. No one can. It's not even, you can't replicate it. You've got to play different style.
Just play fucking straight smash mouth football, straight through the middle, get a little bit wider.
Okay, so how does it affect the halves?
Depends if Ezra plays. If Ezra's playing at 5'8", Billy Walters could come on and play like a little bit of a role at lock.
Billy Walters 50-50. Yeah. He's 50-50.
He
becomes even more important now, Billy Walters.
What's wrong with him?
I think he was just limping at the back end of the game, so I'm not too sure how. We'll find out anyway. All right, we've spent a lot of time on that game. Let's get back to what about this from the back? So this is what the way it felt, right? The Bulldogs are applying a lot of pressure. There were 3 errors from Nick Meaney, 2 from Warbrick and 2 from Coates. And here's the scary thing. They still managed to win because that won't happen again. Yeah. They've got high standards at the Melbourne Storm. And Bally you talked about the run that Will Warbrick's been on and he's proud of him. But that's a scary thing for anyone who has to play the Storm the following week is that it was chaotic as well. The Bulldogs threw a lot at them, but they had troops go down, and you probably thought they were going to get it done. No Hughesy, no Nelson. Like, there's some players missing for the Storm as well.
Then it evened out with, like, Critter going down.
Oh, like, you guys have got way more.
Yeah, then Kick-Out going, and then Kick-Out come on. I thought Kick-Out was our best player.
Yep.
Cherry not there. Carraz been on one leg, forced some passes. That Sexton Kick-Out, like, they gave us the ball with a 30 centimetres off our line. We get 50 metres. You get the whole fucking field to kick in and kick it out.
Yeah,
so that's a mistake from Sexton. And that was about 14 minutes to go. And then obviously they end up scoring that try because we were in the lead by then. And just a couple of little things that go against you, right? It just sucks.
That was just before the Wishart try, right?
Yeah, it was. And it was that's a momentum killer, right? And then the Warbrick one where the penalty coming off your line on the third tackle. Do you know what I think? Yeah. That killed us.
Yeah.
Getting out, just letting them out of yardage when you're working so hard. Just the little discipline things and the ref just fucking that's what. Is that a penalty? Some of those penalties. You know what I mean?
I could argue, even though we love the G, you could argue some. I disagree.
Some of his calls, the holding down, the players fucking like holding their necks and just fucking play the ball.
Yeah.
Going off the mark all the time. It just fucks momentum up.
The other one was, and this is a mixture because I think Ashley Klein was the video referee. The one that confused the hell out of me, even though I think I agree with the way it was ruled in this game, it's the hip drop on Money.
Yeah.
Like that happened all throughout the season. That even happened to Nico Hines and it wasn't called a hip drop. Whereas that's fine. I'm with you. Like that's not a traditional hip drop, Mace. I'm with you. Like it shouldn't. It was a loose tackle. He fell around the legs. He ended up around Money's ankle, and it was an accident. But fuck, I don't know. You got to be able to like pull the trigger there, don't you? Because that's what it's Nico Hines nearly got fucking suspended for it.
Yeah. All I know is the Bulldogs. Just say 2 weeks ago, everyone was sort of writing them off, going they're going to get fucking pumped, this and that. We were bees dick off winning this game. They should be very proud. Our supporters should be very proud. We're going to be playing at fucking Acor this week.
Yep.
On a Sunday, 70,000. Fucking turn up in numbers, Bulldogs fans. It'll be off its fucking head. I can't wait to be out there. I'm going to watch it there.
Yep.
And I just think the crowd's going to be there, and that's like an extra man. You know what I mean? It's going to be hostile. It's going to be everything that you want to be if you're a Bulldogs player. So I expect every single Bulldogs fan sitting out there at Acor supporting the Bulldogs and just get behind this team. You've been behind them all year. They're a fucking good team.
Yeah.
They're tough. They're going to put everything else out. They leave it all on the field, right? So get out there and support these guys because they fucking need you because we've got some troops down, right? It fucking so be it.
Let's go.
I said it's a marathon, not a sprint, but like fucking get out there on Sunday. Perfect day, beautiful weather, fucking good day for football.
I will be out there. I'm doing crunch time out there for my show.
We're fucking going together.
Yeah, can you come out and do you want to come out and have a chat with us?
I'll sit in the box.
I want you to get the fans pumped up for us and come and do the pre-game show with us for about 5 or 10 minutes. All right. Look, all my stuff around and the tough night goes from. These are the notes I had. It was a tough night. They were brave, but it went from bad to worse with the loss. Once we found out that Critter has done his Liz Frank.
I think he's done his Liz.
A lot of
Only Liz Frank.
Liz comes back again. Remember
Liz Frank?
Only Liz Frank. She's a bitch.
It's a new.
Well, you know what? It had to be serious for him to come off the field.
No, because the way that he come in. So this is where Galvin, like if it's left shoulder, it's left shoulder in close, left foot, left shoulder. His foot was way back, and because he hesitated, because it's the trust, right? It's a trust. If he trusted Galvin, right, about in defence, he would have known that he can take care of his own. But he stood out there, then he come in late, and his footwork wasn't right, and it was so awkward, right? That's how you do a Liz Frank. You're talking to a fucking dude who did Liz Frank 21 years ago.
Yeah.
I hope it's not a full rupture, but sometimes they reckon a full rupture is better because you can just fucking fix it properly. Half those little half ruptures, like KP keeps getting.
Aggravating them.
Fucking 6 to 12, 6 to 12, 6 to 12. Was a rupture the whole fucking thing. 6 months and you'd be even less. I think it's like now because it's about 3 months easily get back into for round one next year. The whole Pacific Cups, all that shit's all done.
Yeah.
Not playing in any of that. But like, you know, like we're going to miss him, but you're just going to have the next man up mentality. That's what we're building there. That's the culture that we're setting. It's like, fuck it, just go. I don't know who plays right centre. Who?
So my prediction was
Cherry left and put. Does Cherry come back?
Cherry's back, yeah, because HIA he's back, so he'll become available.
You know, can Berto play right side back row, right side centre?
Is that what you would do?
And you put Sexton at halfback, you put Galvin at 5'8", and then that looks the safest.
Oh, that's what I do.
Berto's a left arm carry too, isn't he?
Ciro's been so hard to read now for about fucking 3 months. I've been like predicting shit and been wrong every time.
I thought, yeah. Oh, same.
So what's the opposite of what
same?
you
Right, I talked to Ciro, and I still don't know. Like, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and I'll go into training this week and see what's going on, and I still won't fucking. I'm not going to sit on here and go, this is the team.
Yeah.
But I still won't know because there's like 3 different teams running all the time.
He's
like,
one left field. I've got a left field one.
To back Mace up on that, when I screenshotted the Reed Marnie thing, you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh shit. So I think Reedy needs to come back in.
Here's my one.
Reedy right centre.
Reedy hooker.
Yeah.
Depends how he feels about Sexton after that. Bailey Hayward at half. Lachlan Galvin at 6. Birdo centres. Because I'm trying to think of something that I wouldn't do.
Where's Sexton? Yeah. I think Sexton goes into 7. Galvin goes to 6. Cherry, left side centre. Birdo, right side centre.
I think he would go Birdo left.
Or Birdo left or whatever.
Cherry to defend next to Galvin.
Yeah.
Is Cello back this week or is it 1 week too soon?
Who?
Marcelo?
Marcelo Montoya.
I don't know.
Was he HIO as well?
No,
he's ankle.
His ankle. He was
He's
ankle.
ankle. So I'm not even worried about the wingers. I think that's all right. Fuck wingers. But we need to get
Marcelo's really important.
Marcello's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But Carraz, is he going to be all right? Another week he got through the game, which is good. So we can just fucking heal all week. Marcello, I don't know. Fucking Chihuahua, does he play? Where does he play? Fuck me.
Bring on Sunday.
I don't care, really. It's just like when you're playing a game like this and you got fucking 70,000, you just got to fucking go. That's it.
Reedy's got to come back.
Full tilt, go as hard as you can. I don't give a shit what happens in the result. Just go as hard as you can, Bulldogs. And that's what I expect.
I'm a big Bailey Hayward fan. 50 tackles they made him make, 15 misses. I don't think I've ever seen that before, Mace.
15 minutes, misses.
15 misses.
Jesus.
Reedy's got to come back. He's going to be a good player. That was, you know what this felt like when I checked the stats.
That's
spotting up, identifying someone, going after it.
Yeah. When you got a guy like Big Stefano, when you got some big dudes there, man. Like,
do you reckon that's where all 15 of Stefano's tackle breaks come from?
Yep.
Straight into the chest of Bailey Hayward.
I thought Curran was pretty good. I thought Kurt Mann was good, but like, hey,
Jamin Salmon's playing good.
Some things I just say, like the amount of basic fundamentals forward passes that we hit when we're in the red zone. Like, not everyone has a license to fucking pass, right? I know it's flat, but I'm like, just say ball playing. If I'm running that way, just say that you're there. If I'm running that way, you've got to straighten your hips up so it doesn't look like you're fucking passing forward. The good ball players do it. The Cam Murrays, the Yowies, and everybody else, they drift over, they step over, but their last 2 steps is boom, boom, hip, square, bang. Like the great Joey Johns, the Jonathan Thurstons, the great ball players all do that. Just because like Kurt Mann, a couple of forward passes. Galvin, a couple of forward passes. Because your fucking hips are facing that way, right? You've got to square your hips up and like little fundamentals like that. Like, you can't let Melbourne off the fucking hook like that. There's a couple of times where we could have scored some tries if they played the right play. We left a lot of points out there because of our basic fundamentals and running the wrong lines. So we've got a lot of football in us left, but like fucking, the kick from my man, your man, Kurt Man. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, just like it's a fourth tackle. You don't like if you're Cleary, you can fucking do that.
Yeah.
I don't really want Kurt Mann doing that kick unless it's in the in goal and you get it back and you're guaranteed to get it. That was 20 metres out. It would have to be that's Cleary-esque.
Yeah.
He's the only one who can get away with that if you're a great kicker. I get it what he was trying to do, but semi-final football is very important. Field position's important. It's just fucking. You don't do that against Melbourne.
Well, you better not do it against the Panthers because that's who you're playing next week. The Panthers 24.
Bring it fucking on, Panthers.
Defeat Warriors 8. Mace might chuck on a jersey this week, I reckon.
Jeez.
Here's the part that I love about the Panthers.
Yeah, it's the same.
Nathan and Ivan, you can tell, really relish playing back in New Zealand. It's almost like
little Jet Lee's over there too, isn't he?
Jet Lee's over there. He's ready to go. He's been held back a season, I reckon, and that's the right thing to do. It almost feels like Nasa returning Kiwi because of the history that he's got.
I feel like that as well. I'm just like, he has no. I know he has a connection there.
You know how Foz will go back and carve him up.
Fucking Papali'i.
Kiwis, Tarpany always goes back and plays his best game.
Katoa, Papali'i, they all go back because they know they got fucking left. Oh, yeah, we're going to go somewhere else. And they come back to the worst enemy.
Yeah. And it was the perfect, it was the perfect storm in a way. Penrith Panthers are the best team in the competition if it's wet conditions remaining.
Yes, they know how to play in every single climate. Boiling hot, freezing cold, slippery, everything.
Yeah.
That fucking...
His kicking game and mentality.
But like the field just looked very fucking shiny and slippery. Shout out to the fucking greenkeeper. Yeah. Absolutely killed it. Maybe Allianz should hire him and get him over.
In saying that, fairness to New Zealand, it's always raining.
I'm joking.
No, but like
it was fucking great.
New Zealand's always green.
Always, but it was slippery. But it was slippery as fuck, right? And the way that the Panthers just know what sort of football to play in every single aspect of it, like the kicking game, the fucking base, just completions and everything like that. And everything was going against the Panthers. Everything. Yep. All the fucking, all the little 50-50s were going the Warriors' way. It was tight. It was tight the whole way till about 65th minute. And then we just a couple of tries late and then bang, 24-8. But I loved fucking first contact.
Yeah.
There's a certain sort of aura and mana that you need to have have died rat's tail and Mo. And there's only one man who can do it. Fisher Harris. You know what I mean? If you can dye your fucking rat's tail blonde and a fucking your Mo and still get out there and be the hardest motherfucker on the field, so be it. And I just love Leota. Him and Leota went at it.
Yeah.
There and there's no hatred involved at all. These are just two alphas going at it. They've been through the SG ball and everything together at training. They would have split all the time, so they would have went at each other all the time. So this is no, oh shit, they hate each other. They love each other and they love that shit. You see the OG fucking Leota grab him, grab him back. Hey, what are you doing? So two alphas going at it.
But you know why? You know why Moses did it? Because apart the aura and the mana that James Fisher-Harris brings to a game, he very often there's push and shove. Yeah. He gets away with a lot because he's got the respect and he's earned that right. Moses made it clear straight away that any of that standover tactics was not going to be tolerated in the most respectful way.
He would have done that to Lindsay Smith and Lindsay wouldn't have done shit.
Liam Henry.
Right? Liam Henry wouldn't have done anything.
Garner was getting it. Liam Martin was getting it.
Everyone's getting it apart from old OG, fucking triple OG.
Right. It's like, no, they're just holding each other.
I love it. It's a little fucking jab. And I'm just like, I like that because it was just off a scrum and someone comes in and then, I didn't mind that.
It was so cool, mate.
It was good to see, but it was friendly, but it was aggressive. Yeah, I loved it.
And Fisher's like, like they're holding it like, he's like fucking, and then he's like, relax.
Yeah, all right. Because Leota knew that, because I think Fish did the wrong thing, right?
I missed what happened in the...
It was a scrum, and then
it was a loose ball off an error.
And someone jumped in, bang, and then I think...
Did Dave get hit?
Someone got... I think it was the Warriors' ball, wasn't it? I'm not sure, anyway.
And
then someone come in, and then Fish come in and drag someone, and then Leota went, "Oos." Like, hey, what are you doing? Because, Fish tried to fucking... I don't know who it was, just tried to manhandle him. And then Leota just grabbed him. Then they both grabbed... What are you supposed to do?
Here's what I was thinking about as well. I was thinking about this as the game was unfolding when I was driving home yesterday and thinking about matchups, Penrith, how they all flow. Penrith are going to see Broncos. There's so many things that have made Penrith Panthers great throughout the years. It's winning, being able to back it up and get everyone's best performance. The injury, being healthy is how they've been able to be healthy. I know
5 years, man.
Mitch Kenny, and they've had players that have been injured at times, but for the most part, be as healthy as they can be going into a finals run. Here's another big one off the back of that game. They've been arguably the most brutal, most physical team in the competition now for 6 or 7 years. Played in so many big games with there's been chaos all throughout them. Their discipline. Mm-hmm. How many big games have they played in where games like happened yesterday at the Canberra Raiders Broncos game and no one, Nas doesn't play in the grand final because he was undisciplined with his defense. Paddy Carrigan will now not play in the preliminary final because it was undisciplined. To think that they've played in so many big games and they've never lost players of note.
For stupid shit.
For stuff that they could have avoided, which was just the technique, discipline, having melees, but no one fucking headbutting. Mm-hmm. Penrith, they're the
fucking real deal, and they've experienced, and it's a credit to them. They're just fucking. I looked at that game and going, they can win it. They can win it again. I'm like, fuck. Is it good for the game? Is it bad for the game? Is this their best win ever? Is this like out of the 5? Is this the one where they're like, all right, because everyone else thought they were going to win the last 4, right? We're sitting here going, who's going to beat Penrith, right? Now I'm like, they'll last 14 weeks ago. Let me repeat that. Now they're going to play our Bulldogs. My Bulldogs. And then, we're a bit busted. They could go on and then they get in a prelim. And I don't want to play Penrith in a prelim. I'm scared that I look at Brian Toto, Cleary, Liam Martin, and Yowie and Leota, 5, the big 5, look so fit and motivated healthy, and Dylan Edwards, 6, like they look so healthy.
Milky Jenkins.
Fucking Milky Jenkins looks good. Alamotti, outstanding. He proved himself right. That try, it might have been a forward pass, but whatever. Got to deal with that shit. But he was outstanding. Fucking Casey McLean was a beast. Like, he just looked like if you fucking slip off on him, if he gets one-on-ones, man, he's going to score tries.
What about everyone talks about the losses? For sure. And the big, huge James Fisher-Harris, Luai Taruva on the back of Critter, Matty Burt and Kickow over the years. The additions have been awesome this year. Blaze Talangi's been awesome, and he's been...
Probably just missed that one tackle. That was it.
And Ice Papali'i, if you haven't been watching Isaiah Papali'i this year, you don't realise that he's probably been their most consistent forward all year. And you know what Ice's his comp now for me is? He's like Joey Nullival. Remember when
Big Joe,
Remember Joey Nullival started off at the Warriors? He was an edge back rower, really successful at Penrith, and then at the back end of his career, he moved into the middle and he just become fucking
Big Smoking Joe was great. From 2003 to did he play in the 2011 grand final?
We lost him.
No, 2008 he played in Manly. Did he play in the Manly grand final?
13 we lost him the last round of the season. It was huge. We lost him to Richie Farsa on the run to the final.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, Joe was an outstanding player. But that's the comp.
That's the comp.
Yeah,
Isaiah
same low little
Nugget.
center of gravity, hits hard, got a good ball skills, plays big minutes,
can go on the edge if need be,
and a leader in the locker room. Yeah, Papali'i is that dude.
What about the Warriors?
This is exactly what I said was going to happen, right? A valiant, outstanding year. You should be very proud of your Warriors fans, right? They were in this game for 60 minutes, right? And then like the cream rises to the top. Like a couple of little mistakes here and there, and you can't do that against Panthers. And they scored a couple of 2 or 3 late tries, and then
Do you want to go to the silver lining? Do you want me to give the Warriors fans the silver lining? In my opinion, the Metcalf is, to a lesser degree, similar to the Mitch Moses debate around Origin. Like, him not playing strengthens Mitch's cases as a half and a playmaker. How well Metcalf started the season and proved a lot of people wrong, and then how far they've fallen off creatively, I think is another big tick for Metcalf going into next year. And I think he needs to stay healthy. He misses too many games. But I think he's a premier half in the NRL, and that's proved it because they were in this game. It was 8-2, but the Wires had no points in them.
Yeah. Who can play? Who are their two best centers? Round 1 next year.
I would go. I don't care who the other one is, but I want Ali Lautea back in the team.
They need a left side center and a right side center.
Didn't they just sign someone?
They need a big gun. They need a gun. I don't know. They just need a strike center. They can't keep putting Capel in the centers and Lecker.
So Lecker played centers for this one.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They're gun back rowers. Like Lecker's the left side. Fucking Capes is a right side back rower. But obviously their ability to play in the backs is outstanding, right? But I just need some fucking decent. They need some genuine fucking centers, man. Otherwise, they can't score these tries.
I think Webby loves Rocco Berry, but Rocco Berry can't stay healthy. Adam Pompey's been solid for him, but I'm with you, Mace. I think like if they can upgrade it, they've got a gun New South Wales Cup team. There's a part of me that thinks because they've got these so many young gun emerging forwards coming through, maybe he looks at Lecker in the centres next year.
Fuck no.
Nah. So Dave Riccio in Code Sport reported this week Cam Pereira. That's a winger. That's not going to solve the issue that we've got now. And the other one was, they're looking at Nas and Cam Pereira. But it's not...
Cam Pereira's not the answer.
The fans are going to be screaming at me off the back of this.
Cam Pereira's not. He's a fucking winger.
The Wise fans are obviously super frustrated with Dallin. But Cam Pereira, like if you're not aware of Cam Pereira will, here's the way, if I'm having something responsibly on a Gold Coast Titans game, I'm going 2 tries for Cam Pereira and I'm going 2 tries for
the other winger. Yeah.
Because he just kick receptions are awful and he comes up with really bad reads and that's what they don't need.
But that's what coaching is, right? That's where he
so back to my Lecker point just quickly, mate, before I get off it. I don't want to forget about it. No. He's a damaging back rower that everyone keeps telling me, and there's even these guys that are coming through. So you look at the guys that are coming through, most of them are forwards. So I got the Dimitri, Tuapiki is a fullback. Eddie Yeremia Tuava, I think is going to be a really, I think he's an edge back rower as well. With you got Capes, you got Murata Nukore. Mate, do you try an off-season and see what Lecker looks like if he gets a full off-season in the centres? Like a damaging... What's the comp for him?
He's an outlier. He just has his own style of play. I just don't think he's quick enough to be in the centres. I think
he's lightning.
I know, but I just left side back row. It's perfect.
Yeah, you like him.
I just need him because he can make a fucking... If you have the right people behind him, you have the fullback, you have a little bit of disguise, and he can get one-on-one with that left arm carrying that. He can get separation so good. I just need a left side fucking centre. But Pompey needs to be fucking fit and start fucking just being a student of the game and just taking this shit. I'm not saying he doesn't take it serious, but like fucking week in, week out, being consistent because he's got talent.
He's got nice moments.
He's got mad talent, and he's a left side centre. He's your left side centre, but you need a right side centre. Because the left side's the one who's getting most of the ball. I want to go left most of the time from the Warriors because of Lecker, right? And you're going to have Metcalf there as well. So when he comes back, so the right side.
No, Chanel was on the left.
Is Chanel?
Metcalf was on the right.
Was he on the right, was he?
But see Chanel's
a gun defender.
Chanel dropped off at the back end without Metcalf as well.
He did because like who was the main ball player? Like no one really fucking knows. No one really grabbed the balls by the horn and went fucking, all right, it's my team. Boyd, like he didn't know where he fit. But the right side is very important.
You'd be pumped if you had Tanner Boyd as your backup and he played a couple times.
What's the young kid? The Lautea, if he can fucking really another preseason because he's only young, it's his first year in first grade. Maybe he's the guy because I saw enough of him to go, fuck, he can play. Next.
I just think they've got more depth in the forward, so I would.
Of course they have.
I would tinker with Lecker left centre, Ali right centre.
If
Warriors fans, you let me know. Let me know if that's out of school.
If you can't buy a fucking decent centre, or if you've got no one else and you rely on Pompey, and I think Pompey's a decent left side centre, and if you can get a right side centre, because your wing and your fullback and everything else is stacked, and you've got a window to win the comp. You just can't have this fuck around with Lecker going on the right side centre, Lecker staying on the left side centre, left back row, right back row, fucking Capewell playing every single position. Like it's his time in his career. Like fuck me, just put me in the back row and leave me there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Been a good year for the Warriors. I told you it was going to happen. Love you, Warriors fans. Have some faith in your team.
Yeah, I love Webby's presser after. He's just so impressive to me, mate. And I joke around about the really bad ones, but Webby's been awesome.
Webby's a fucking legend.
The reason I watch it is for coaches like him and the way he handles adversity. Warriors fans, despite some of you Warriors fans being really good armchair experts, you've got the right guy there. You've got a really good young crop coming through. And
a good window here,
you'll
boys.
be disappointed, but there are good times ahead. And even Ivan said it, mate. There's something special that's
No, there is. There is. Because like the comp is evening out.
Yeah.
Right? You can have a look this year. We're talking about 4 teams who probably win the comp now.
Yep.
And and I would have been saying the Warriors had a massive chance if they had everybody. But hey, marathon, not a sprint. This is what happens. There's that next man up mentality, which they're trying to build that culture over there, which they are, because the old Warriors would have fallen out of the fucking 8 to fucking 5 years ago, but they finished 5th.
Yep.
Well done.
6. The Sharks finished 5th. The Sharks finished 5th, and they have eliminated the Sydney Roosters
on aggregate.
20. No, they dropped a couple at the end. They could have lost to Manly. The Sharks 20 defeat the Roosters 10. Like we said before, we talked a little bit about the Dolph. We talked about Ronaldo Mulatalo. I don't know if you've seen the clip. I love it.
Sorry, is this the same thing we're talking about?
Yeah, Ronaldo on the potty.
No, not the potty. I do. I remember watching the potty, but just my little moment of the game is when he come and smacked the shit out of someone, right? Do you remember that? He come flying off, boom, he drops the ball.
Yeah.
He clearly could have jumped on the ball and it would have been play on, but he left the ball so he could just fucking rip into the guy who dropped the ball.
Oh, no, I missed
Do you remember
that.
watching that? So he's fucking come off his, I think he was playing off a scrum, bang, dropped the ball, just could have jumped on it and would have been play on. He just went, like that.
They did get the ball. Rob Toyer. He pumped Rob Toyer.
He pumped Rob Toyer, but he could have picked the ball up, but he wanted the fucking just to rip into Toyer and whoever was trying, because he kicked the ball away. And went, and then screamed in Toyer's face. And Toyer's just like, fucking hell.
So here's the backstory.
I loved it.
Did you see the podcast throughout the week?
I did. I saw little bits of it. They were talking about Nwanga Nitawasi, and he's saying, I've been in the air for a while, blah, 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 blah. I've been owning the air for a bit.
Love it.
Yeah, I love it, mate. Iggy's like, bring it on.
Fucking bring it on. And you know what? Like, I went back and forth with a few people. Very rarely do I get involved in comments. But on his behalf, just because, and by the way, over time, there's been times where I've been critical of Ronnie, right? Like, I've gone, you got to live and die by it. And that's what I respect the hell out of about. It didn't start well.
No.
He come up with an error. Mark gives him a little fucking shimmy shake. Yeah. Gets him on the outside. We'll get to the one we need to ask in a bit.
Little goosey. Little great goosey.
We'll get to him in a bit. But when you put your team under pressure like this, you have to back it up. And yeah, there might be things in his game that frustrate you, but Ronaldo always gives a 10 out of 10 an effort. And he went up to on Channel 9 on the Footy Show yesterday. They were saying that he called Fitzy and said, look, I said some shit in a potty.
I love how he did it the week of the
week
game.
of. He goes, shout out to the Journeyman podcast too, which is Latsy and the crew, Jimmy Maloney.
Jimmy would have got him on.
He goes, no, I think it was the professor that asked him the question and was just egging him on. And I think the Dolph, because the Dolphs are part of it as well. He called Fitzy and he goes, hey, I've said some shit, but don't worry, I'll back it up.
Yes. And he did. He did, because the Roosters come to play and he was out there and he was under the pump every time he got the ball. That Mark Nwanga Nitawasi is an absolute beast, mate.
He's a problem.
He's a proper problem. He's been outstanding all year, and he got the points, really, 2-1, I reckon. He just got him. He just got him, and because of the win.
Yeah.
You know, he scored
the win counts.
He scored 2 tries, but remember, the second try, if you have a look at the replay, because they made that break down the other side, Marky fucking chased his ass off all the way over where he probably didn't have to, right? Because he didn't save the try or anything, and next minute, boom, boom.
He's got to chase. You don't know if he's going to save it or not.
There was a lot of people around. Like he was already.
Mate, what if you pull up and they miss the tackle?
I'm just saying,
he's got to be in the picture,
right? Like he was there, but like
it's the right thing to do.
On the fucking sideline.
Yeah.
On their sideline.
Yeah.
On the other side, I'm like,
we were talking about in coverage,
and I was just like, oh shit, they're going to get you.
Yeah.
And he just didn't have the gas, and the Roosters were under the pump then, and they scored that try. So
you know what they did to him, Mace, and it was a great plan. It helps when you win. I was critical of them against the Dragons game when they just kept it the plan. So Trindle come up with 2 huge
Trindle was
plays.
outstanding.
Like
that first try.
To catch the ball, avoid Rob Toya, beat him twice, also avoid Nwanganituwase.
You're talking about the one where he just like...
Yep.
He didn't even. Did he do that?
I don't know.
There's 5 people there.
I don't know where he
did he hide the ball under his shirt?
Under the shirt, back out, around the back, over the top, and Ronaldo just comes. And Ronaldo needed it too at that point because Markey was.
You already got him.
Like Markey, I felt like it was a bit of a. Just say if it was a heavyweight fight, Markey had won the first 3 rounds.
But Markey, and he had him in contact as well, where Ronnie was there because Ronnie's not a big man.
No.
Like
strong though.
Yeah, but he's strong as fuck. But he ain't like. What do you reckon Mark weighs? I reckon he's about 110.
Nwanganituwase is different.
Yeah, he's got that. He's so well balanced when he comes spinning out, and how he can flip his hips and get his foot planted. Most people fall over like that. And when he was making these runs, I'm like, this guy is fucking. The training that he does, because I watched him, the training that he does on the side with a lot of plyometrics, a lot of balance and everything like that. That's what you need to do, the young kids. If you want to be elite,
skipping a hop.
It ain't enough what you're doing at training.
NRL.com says 100.
100 kilo my ass. How have you, Scope?
About 102.
He's fucking heavier than you. There's no fat on that dude, and muscle is fucking, and he's 6'4". He'd be 108 for sure, I reckon.
I'll meet halfway, 104, 105.
Yeah, but he's definitely not 100.
Yeah, he's not 100. He's
fucking
not
100. I reckon Ronnie's just fucking nearly 100.
I reckon Ronnie's about 95.
Yeah, but he's not upper body. His upper body's nowhere near as much.
For the Wallabies, he's listed as 100.6.
Yeah, bullshit.
So, great plan. What they did was he was so dangerous and he was winning the early exchanges, but Trindle just kept on kicking to him. So he was coming up with big. So for the first 30 minutes, he was beating the first defender every time. By the end of the game, when the game was on the line and they needed points, he'd ran out of juice. He was cramping up. He was struggling. He struggled to get to a kick return. They forced him. It was a great plan.
Isn't it?
And that's a respect thing to Nwanganituwase. He's that important that they went, you know what? We'll deal with the play 2 and 3 of Daniel Tupou and Teddy, but we need to negate Nwanganituwase.
But like that's the thing. Like you'd never think we'd be talking about the wingers in such a high regard. Like that's the way the game has changed. Wingers are so important. They've like the aerial assault, that you got the play 2s. They're so dangerous coming out of play 2s. They can skip over, they can offload, their skill set is so high, especially both these guys. And then even Tupou, then Bizzo and all these sort of guys. Like the price range for these fucking outstanding wingers, mate, is nearly going to be pushing $1 million in a couple of years. Because I reckon that's what they're worth.
Yeah.
Like because of the aerial assault, right? Because of how good they are on the ball, in the high ball. Like some of these kicks, right? If you nail them, you cannot fucking negate it. Unless you really like just...
If it's a genuine one-on-one?
It's a genuine one-on-one, Mark. Nwanganituwase's jumping on your head. And he didn't get the chance. Coach didn't get the chance, right? But some of these games when they're like, just say a couple of weeks ago when Nwanganituwase was just having a field day, it's because the kick was just going straight on the line. Sam Walker was like, Sam Walker was trying to get into that position, but he couldn't. Because field position, they were losing it.
I thought the Roosters fucked up a couple of times.
Yeah,
they were in position and,
pretty bad.
And they didn't get to it. And we'll get to the Roosters in a bit. Just before we finish off with the Sharks. I thought the Roosters dominated them for 25 minutes at the start of both halves.
Second half especially, they averaging fucking 20 metres a game? 20 metres a fucking
No one
set.
was making metres but Adam Fanua-Blake. Mace, he's the $1 million player. That's why he was brought there. And then off the back of it, I think his combination with Toby Rudolph is really important. Let's go back to round 19. I've got another sliding doors moment. We talked about Reece Walsh with the Dolphins. Let's go to the Dolphins again. It's 12-all against the Dolphins. The Dolphins have scored 2 quick tries in a row. They're about to score a 3rd try off a kick. The Dolph gets back for a huge effort, knocks the ball dead. They won... Not to say that the results wouldn't have been any different after that. They score 2 tries. They win the game 24-12. The game was 12-all at that point. They've gone 7 from 8 since.
The Dolphins.
And they were struggling at that point.
Yeah.
That's
when everyone was writing them off.
Yep. Yeah.
Dolphins are going to come and kick his
So I was so happy for him when he went over for that try, mate.
Just a great fucking he just wanted it more. They should have stopped him. You should have stopped him. They were right there.
Teddy went for the one-on-one rate.
Yeah, but then the guy who was outside him, I think it was Lindsay, should have fucking pumped him.
That's hard though for Lindsay. Because you know why, Mace? Because you expect Teddy to get the technique and then go, but because Teddy went for the one-on rate, because the game's on the line, he's trying to get the ball back.
You just got to think, it's Teddy and Dolph is like about 20 kilos heavier than him.
Fair enough.
And he's fucking strong, right?
Fair enough.
And like Lindsay was standing there, and then you see the look on Crichton's face, mate, because Crichton was there. Crichton would have been the guy out the back. Lindsay was thinking, it's the lead and someone out the back and check and release. Got to take care of your middle.
I think
Lindsay had that play again.
I think Connor Watson was there. It was all Origin plays.
I know.
It was all Origin plays. And the Dolph
you just got to think. And because he was on the out, and it's fucking good line from Dolph because it was on the inside of the post, right? And then, but Lindsay was on the outside.
They just wanted to lay the line, finish at the end of the set, and then and because Teddy went for the one-on-one rate,
fucking just can't. Dolph just fucking game over. Called game.
It's hard now for the Roosters, right? And Robbo, he said it in the presser. It's you win premierships or you don't. He doesn't really care about any other position. And a lot of the journos were like, oh, fuck, it's been a positive year. And for sure it has.
Shut up, you reckon? Yeah.
He'll have a chance to reflect on that. Like, he's not going to come out and say that because you don't want to put the wrong messages. But fuck, mate, they've been good. Similar to the Warriors, they're going to be a pain in the ass next year. They've got some good young core coming through. Reece Robson's on his way. The reports are that, Ches will get done. And I think if Ches does indeed arrive next year and link up with Sam Walker, Hugo Savala was awesome during those times where they were on the front foot. He was kicking to corners long.
He's kicking out. You know what? Terrible.
He's more of a traditional seven than Sammy is. Like, he is the guy that gets the team around the park. Really good defensively, I thought. Big body, kicks well, supports well. But I think in these sorts of games, this is where if DCE does make his way, I think he'll be really good for Sam, because Sam and Lockie Galvin for me still are the same sort of players in the sense where when plan A doesn't work, they go to plan B, and plan B is east-west. Yeah. They go side to side, kick, try to come up with plays. He comes up with a nice little left footer for Angus Crichton, and it fucking nails it. And then he goes down there again and tries to do it again for himself. Yeah. And they fucking didn't really get...
There's a lot, I mean, you come back from an ACL, you end up finishing the year pretty good, Sam Walker, right? He got him into this position.
Just quickly, because I don't want to come off as like I'm...
No, we're not hating on him. No
just
way.
This one. If it goes through right, he comes up with that play, he could have had potentially like a Reece Walsh-like effect on the game, right? Imagine if he gets that try and they go on. So that you live and die by the Sam Walker talent.
And he's got so much talent. He's got so much talent, and Savala's got talent. But like some of those kicks, when they made 40 metres off their line, like fucking Kennedy was catching it on his 30 or 40. You can't do that, mate. You got to be like fucking... You're protected as a kicker too. Like, they're not coming at your legs or anything. Just set yourself, you know what I mean? Like, they were just kicking like midfield bombs. You got to put it in the corner and then make Cronulla come out. So they did that a numerous amount of times. It wasn't good. Even Cronulla, the game was in the balance big time.
Big time.
Or even like Nico was kicking shit. It was a very bad kicking game. And then, just the short kicking games, and it was all over the shop, right? I reckon the game was up for grabs, and I was just like, the Sharks might win in here just because they're just going to ball the shit out of you and just get field position. Once they started winning the field position, because in the start of the second half, their first 6 sets, they averaged about 18 metres. So then they scored, then Crichton scored, right? And then there was game on. And then they started winning the field position. And then the Roosters just couldn't hold them. And I was like, they'll be looking at this going, fuck, we could have won this game.
For sure.
There is no way that the Sharks are a way better team than them.
Here's my frustration again, the last little bit with the kicking game that I thought they got wrong. They got down in good ball way more than the Cronulla Sharks, and they were so fixated on getting the ball to Marky Mark, and deservedly so. He's been awesome.
Can't rely on that.
Man, Robbo said fucking 3 or 4 weeks ago that Daniel Tupou's owned the air for a decade.
Yeah. Didn't even fucking kick to him.
Until the end. And it was too late, and the kicks were off. It's like, I caught it going into the game too, and not.
We said it last week.
Not only because I had the multi on Nwangani Tuasa, Renato Militalo, and Daniel Tupou. Fuck that. I want to see Daniel Tupou get a one-on-one in the air with Sione Katoa. By the time they do it, it was 60 minutes into the game. Sione Katoa eased his way into the game.
Yep.
Comes up with
an eye for the ball. It was lasered in.
It was sweet. It was a great take.
You've got to
too late.
You've got to do it early when you're not really used to it and everything like that. And I was watching and going, "Fuck, don't worry about Marky. Mark, he's going to get his a couple of opportunities. He's going to ice him." But Tupou has been the best for the last 10 years easily.
Got to go
180 tries. You've got to give him a couple of opportunities, right?
Yep.
And all you do is kicking it that way, little kicks and everything.
Or running on the
Play
last
to
on the
your
right.
fucking strengths, boys.
Yeah.
And that's where they're going to go, oh, you'll be spewing if you're part of that. Even the middles, like Lindsay and that, they didn't look like fucking scoring either, near the line. It was just Spencer. I would have played Spencer. Spencer looked like he was fucking on.
Yeah.
And I don't think he played more than 40 minutes.
No, he had 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I like that. I need that man to play at least 50. And he looks as fit as he's ever looked in his career.
He needs to level up next year, though, become a 50, 60-minute player.
He can.
Yeah.
I think he can.
Okay.
I reckon he got 20 minutes and he's coming off going,
I'm still sweet.
why am I fucking off for?
Yeah, okay.
Why am I off? He's that young, what's his name? The 12 for fucking Cronulla, the first hit up.
Billy Burns?
Nah, the other one. What's his
Colhoun?
No, fucking
Wilton?
Teague Wilton. Fucking, he's lucky he didn't get knocked out.
Yeah.
That first hit up.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I was just like, oh,
gotta be careful
because
on
he
him,
was
mate.
rattled, mate. He was very rattled.
Yeah.
And then the next set, he missed a tail. I was like, fuck, if the doctors are watching, I was like, he could be brought off here.
Mate, you can't set your feet too early.
What are you
against
doing?
him.
Yeah. You have to fucking,
Chest
you just
up,
got to
mate.
manage.
Chest up, manage.
Yeah, so
Manage.
It was very unlucky for the Roosters. They just didn't execute because they could have. The game was there. It was there to be won. What a fucking great weekend of footy, anyway.
Like you said before, you did tip the Broncos. I did tip 4 from 4 over the weekend too. So there you go.
A little bit of extra PR. So apparently on the Today Show this morning, Carl Stefanovic said that the Raiders fans were abusing Reece Walsh, hence that reaction. And then Don Fern has come out and said, he goes, the claims were the Broncos PR machine going into overdrive as usual.
Let me just fucking talk about something. You get sent off like that, you are going to get absolutely hammered, especially after the shit that Reece Walsh has been through, right?
You've been through that.
Yeah, I could not give a fuck. You expect everything from the green machine, mate. And it would have been all tongue-in-cheek, drinking out from a toilet, all this sort of shit. He would have been copping that. It was fucking fine.
Allegedly, it was directed towards Walsh's daughter.
Oh, well, that's fucked.
So we'll see how this plays out as the...
Nothing should come from it anyway.
Nothing.
Look,
if you're in the crowd, right, and you're saying that shit, you're a scumbag if you're bringing his family in.
And this is not even the allegations of what's been said. While she's leaving the field, the Raiders fans are hammering him. He gives them the bird. We live in 2025. People can see the bird and understand, all right, this is fucking the theatre of rugby league.
Yeah.
Don't go overboard. Don't say anything crazy like that.
He didn't
Families,
do
whatever.
anything.
But it was a high-pressure situation. It was, even the jab at the end. I don't know if you've seen what he said on the show with the Fletcher.
He said weak-gutted dog.
Yeah, he goes, what did Hudson Young say to you? And he goes, he called me a weak-gutted dog.
I love it, mate. And that's the thing. The Canberra Raiders fans love them. Always had a good rapport with them. It'd always be just say when you run out and they're to the left, there's a whole gang of them, mate, and they just fucking absolutely give you everything. All in fun, bud. All in fun.
This will be
just please don't get personal. Don't bring up people's kids. That's just a little bit below the line.
This will be
right?
media-driven.
Just
There's
fucking
nothing in this.
Hammer Reece Walsh as just say they would have been ripping into his fucking painted nails. They would have been ripping into his, drinking from the toilet, this and that. Whatever. Cares. Expect that shit, Reece. And he does. He's not whinging about it. But if you bring your daughter into it, hey, don't do it. Racism and family, daughter and all that shit, get it out of the game. Because if someone did that, should be suspended for life. Racism and bringing up family and daughters and shit like that. Anything else is fair game. You just got to deal with it.
See Dan Gorringe, he said the bird is back.
Yeah, the bird is back.
Greg Bird.
Who's Dan Gorringe again? What do I know?
The
Bird?
AFL, he
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
because there was one in the AFL a couple of months ago as well.
Bailey Smith.
You watch the fight
He
yesterday?
did one. I did watch the fight.
Yeah, good
yesterday.
to have.
Bailey Smith gave the a
Photographer.
journo.
Yeah, like that. Was that the guy from Geelong, was it?
Yeah, the Geelong guy.
Yeah.
He's at the Western Bulldogs.
But there was another one during the game too.
Did you watch the Canelo and Crawford?
Yeah.
You watch that?
No.
It's fucking what a fight. That was a whole day of sport.
Yeah.
Yesterday woke up,
Even the day before was a whole day of sport.
trained.
I was travelling. I drove to
Yeah, I know.
Canberra and back.
Shout out.
I trained, went to church, saw Canelo, the fight.
You went to church?
Yeah, I go to church every now and again. If I got time on Sunday. Trained with that, went to the wellness centre, then got home just in time for the Canelo fight. and then cooked a barbecue, and then fucking the Canelo fight was awesome, right? Just atmosphere, 70,000 at Allegiance. We'll be there next year. And then that game was fucking awesome.
And Saturday
what a Sunday.
It's back to back on the Saturday. Shout out to Joseph Suoli for scoring first.
Oh, yeah, got some jam. Luke, you got some jam.
Doesn't that suck, man, when you can score 4 tries and have fucking just kick field goals?
$15 is first in the union. That's jam.
Shout out to the Wallabies too. He's a fucking back. Love you.
Bledisloe this weekend.
Even though you
Phil
lost.
Wall.
Bledisloe's coming up.
Bledisloe, we going to
This
go?
weekend.
Are we going to go? We should go.
It's not in Sydney this
Well,
year.
we're not going. Phil Wall on fire.
See you on Thursday.